Come in. Welcome. I'm E.G. Marshall. The thought has been phrased many ways. Sir Walter Scott's will serve for this story. But come he slow or come he fast, it is but death who comes at last. A statement we all have to accept, but how few of us risk it coming fast. Which brings us to this story of a headstrong girl named Valerie Reynolds, who for her own mysterious reasons refused to heed all warning of danger from the man she should have listened to before all others.
Jeff, will you mind your own business? I'm going back to the inn, and Herr von Dorn is driving me there.
Get out of that car, Val. I'm warning you.
Warning me? Of what?
Okay. You asked for it. This character you're chasing around with is...
Chasing around? I've had it. Let's go, Hendrik. I'm not going to listen to any more.
You listen. Lay off this guy if you know what's good for you. He's a murderer.
Our mystery drama, The Mills of the Gods, was written especially for the Mystery Theater by Ian Martin and stars Joan Copeland and Tony Roberts. Paris in the summer is just as gay and just as lovely as the spring. But like most big cities, it is hot. And it is crowded. Not so much with Parisians as with tourists, the bulk of them, as always, American. But there are other Americans in Paris, too. And if they are old hands looking for a familiar face, they head down the Boulevard Saint-Germain at the aperitif time for Les Deux Magots, the sidewalk cafe that is the crossroads of the world.
Dick!
Jeff!
I can't believe it. You're the last person I expected to find here.
And you're the last I expected to see.
Why? Didn't Val tell you?
What?
Murder, it's hot. Just let me get something cool.
Wait a minute. Didn't Val tell me?
Yeah, but I was coming back from the Mideast.
Oh, well, she couldn't very well. Neither one of us have been in Paris. I went down to Antibes for a week to get out of the heat, and Val left nearly a week before me.
Left? For where?
Oh, some little hotel at Scheveningen.
Den Haag?
Yeah.
Holland? Wait a minute, that doesn't make sense.
What do you mean?
Yeah, but I've been writing her every day, and I've gotten replies, and they were all postmarked from Paris, here.
Oh.
I thought she was at the flat. What'd she go to Holland for?
Oh, I don't know. Get away from the heat, I suppose, and Scheveningen's got a gorgeous beach.
Yeah, but she doesn't have any friends there.
Look, my sister has friends everywhere, and she didn't expect you to bust out for at least a month.
Roving TV correspondents are about as reliable as the weather report.
I know.
Except, I have big news. I'm going home to the States to be second banana on the New York WBS team.
Ah.
I'm a success at long last, and I came back with wedding bells jangling in my ear.
Well, you know, she's going to flip when she finds out she wasn't here to greet you.
Have you got a phone number?
No. Wait a minute. If we get back to the apartment, I can give you her address, and you can write her.
I'm going to do a hell of a lot more than that, brother-in-law-to-be. I'm going to go join her at Scheveningen, just as fast as I get that address from you. There's something out of whack about this whole thing. You'd have to know Val as well as I do to understand why I was worried. I mean, really worried. First off, she's the most honest, open person I've ever known. Sometimes too much for her own good. And then she's reckless with herself. I mean, you don't become one of the world's top downhill skiers with 2 Olympics behind you without being that. And that's where I met her, skiing. Of course, I'm not in her class. At skiing, anyways. Also, she's rich. I mean, really rich, which is the only thing... Well, it's the main one, anyway, that's held up our marriage. But there are a lot of guys in Europe who don't have the same scruples and are after rich wives who also happen to be beautiful. And last of all, I'd been away from her for too long.
Well, at least the concierge cleared up the mystery about the letters.
No, he didn't clear it up at all. He only made it worse. Why would Val have been sending him letters in an envelope addressed to him to mail to me as though they came from Paris?
I don't know. You got me. Doesn't make any sense.
Look, just give me that address so I can find out.
Right. It's right here on my desk somewhere. This desk. Yes, here it is. Hotel Maduro Say. Now, why couldn't I remember that?
Any idea where this hotel is?
Oh, no. Beach stretches for miles. Most of it's lined with them. Why don't we try calling her? It must have a phone.
No.
Jeff, look, nothing's gone sour between you two, has it?
Not as far as I know. But there's something about the picture I don't quite like. One thing about your sister, she kind of stands out in a crowd. She won't be hard to find. The hotel turned out to be small and far to the south, but it led me to where I'm standing now on a sand dune just outside Zandvoort. It's a high, clean summer day with bright sun and glorious blue skies. But for me, everything's outlined in burning red, and the sand stings against my eyes. For at this moment, now, I'm watching the woman I love, Valerie Reynolds. The afternoon sun silhouettes all the long, clean lines of figure, tall and slim next to the big, powerful, bearded man beside her. And then, as I watch in what seems agonizing slow motion, they turn towards each other, and I see Valerie, my Val, take his hand.
Valerie.
Yes, Henry?
You are so incredibly lovely, desirable. I adore you, and you are perfection. But you know that.
Hardly. If I were perfection, I wouldn't be a real flesh and blood woman. And if I weren't a woman, how could I be in love?
With me.
Oh, please. Let me go, Henry.
Why, have I said something wrong? Done something?
Scarcely. At least not yet.
Then why? Why do you resist? How stupid of me. Of course, I have been in too great a hurry, rushing things. It is a matter of time, no?
No is right. It is more a matter of tide, since we're not dressed to swim.
How?
The next wave, or at least the following one, and we'll really get our feet wet. Now, if we don't move, the tide's coming in fast. Shall we go?
You are right. And it is the next. Run, Valerie, run.
I'll race you to the dunes.
And if I catch you?
As we old Yankees say, first catch your fish and then... Oh!
Are you all right? Did you turn your ankle?
No, I'm fine. I just stepped in a hole. Would you help me up?
No, I have a better idea. Look, we are beyond the tide line. I'll join you. Sit beside you. The sand is warm. The sky is so blue. Maybe I will just lie here a moment. How beautiful you are.
Between the wind and the sand, I'll bet.
Like some Greek nymph washed shoreward by the restless sea.
Love words. Challenging. Enticing. Like your music.
You make more music for me than I ever can from the piano. My words are all of love. We were speaking of love, remember?
Yes.
And my question still remains unanswered. I love. Do you? I love the sea, the dunes, and the feel of the sand warm against my back, and the wind washing the sun gently across my face. What do you think has brought me here every day, away from the beach crowds at Svenningen, the noise, the laughter, the parties? You still haven't answered me.
Men. And the eternal question. No. Don't say anything, Henry. Let me. I came here that first day because I love the dunes and the sand and the sea and the silence. And then, walking along the sea's edge, the wind brought me to your music. A real siren song drifting on an offshore breeze from your old windmill. And I crept into the shadow of the dunes to listen, transfixed, unseen. A little drunk on the music you can coax from that piano.
No, not unseen. I saw you come day after day.
My feet and my heart kept leading me back.
I wanted to call to you, to come to you. But each time when I left the piano, by the time I reached the ground floor and onto the beach, you had vanished. Almost like a dream. Until today. When I left, you were waiting.
And we said hello and walked towards the water, and suddenly we were hand in hand. Yes, I am in love.
With me.
Well, for the moment, in love with love. Isn't that enough?
We could start to find out. Kiss me.
No.
Why not?
This is a little public, isn't it?
There's no one to see or care but us.
I'm afraid you're wrong. Way down there up on the dunes, the two figures.
Where? Oh, yes. Yes, you are right. But why should they care anything about us?
Oh, I'm sure they don't. But what we have, I care about. It is for us alone.
No, don't get up. Don't leave.
Today I must. You and I, we will make a private meeting. Just for the two of us. Where we will be alone. Walk me to my car.
Far away from the dunes, I've watched Val and this man. I don't need to hear any words to know it's a love scene. It's there in every gesture and every move. I'm sick to my stomach with disbelief. I never dreamed that I would really have lost Val to another man. And for the first time in my life now, I have the unbearable feeling of being absolutely alone.
The lady is a friend of yours?
It's a voice out of nowhere, and I turn. It belongs to a small man in an ill-fitting, old-fashioned English walking suit, a pair of binoculars in his eyes. He lowers them and comes towards me, limping slightly on his right leg as he repeats.
Mille pardon if I intrude, but the lady is a friend of yours?
Yes. Under the circumstances, maybe I should say was.
L'amour, monsieur. Man's escape from reality. The great illusion.
What?
A trap. Love. It is a veritable trap. Monsieur will observe that I am a bachelor.
So?
The only safe condition.
Monsieur, do me a favor.
But of course.
Would you mind taking yourself and the philosophy course in blow?
Blow?
Scram! Make yourself scarce. Allez-vous-en.
Oh, yes, of course. But first, monsieur, just one more thing. Your young lady, she needs help.
No, not from me. Not this time. Not ever again. She made this bed herself, so let her lie in it.
Even if she is in grave danger?
What danger?
This man, take it from me, I know. To my certain knowledge, he is responsible for the deaths of at least 3 young women. In short, monsieur, this is not a man. He is a murderer.
He looks up at me, this little man who is materialized beside me from nowhere. His eyes quizzical and as brightly black as a bird's. I have no idea who he is, but something about him, somehow, makes me know that he's telling me the truth. And suddenly, I find myself running across the dunes, running to intercept them and ready to do battle with this stranger who has stolen my love from me.
Well, now, Here's a nice tangled little web to unweave, with all the classic 6 questions on murder. Who is the little man with the limp? What is Hendrik Van Dorn after? Why has Valerie forgotten the man she so recently planned to marry? How is the murder to be accomplished, if indeed it is planned? And where will it be, or when? I'll return shortly with Act 2. As Valerie and the big bearded man walk slowly from the beach up on and over the dunes, they are slanting away from the running Jeff, unaware of his approach. Then, as they clamber up to the road on top of the dike, Hendrik is obviously urging her back to his windmill. But Valerie turns resolutely towards her small sports car, parked precariously on the inner edge of the dike.
But I want to show you the inside of my my sanctuary. Come to my studio inside the windmill. I will play for you.
I'm dying to see your studio and the inside of the mill, but today I have a luncheon appointment at my hotel, and I must get back.
Then allow me to drive you there.
Oh, no, I wouldn't think of it. It must be 2 or 3 miles.
It is a lovely day, and I enjoy a good walk back for exercise.
Am I that important to you?
Oh, in fact, I shall insist. Unless you can assure me that I don't have a rival.
Oh, I can assure you, Hendrik, you have no rival. There's no one I'm more interested in than you.
Then, when can we be alone together?
Shall we make it Sunday, 2 days from...
Val! Val!
Jeff, damn.
Here comes a young man in a hurry. He seems to know you.
Val, darling, wait.
Oh, why don't you wait for him? He seems to know you very well. I thought you said...
Shh. Well, for heaven's sakes, Jeff Garrett. Where on earth did you pop up from? What are you doing here?
A few minutes ago, that's what I was asking myself.
Well, this is a surprise. How are you? You're looking well?
Frankly, I wish I hadn't been.
Hadn't been what?
Looking well at the two of you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't believe you two have met. Hendrik, this is Mr. Jeff Garrett, roving TV correspondent for World Broadcasting back in the States. A very brilliant young man. Jeff, this is an equally brilliant pianist, Hendrik Van Dorn.
Pleasure to meet you.
I'm glad you think so. Well, the pleasure isn't returned.
Jeff!
Move over, Val. I'm driving you back to the hotel.
Just a moment. I believe you are mistaken. I think Miss Reynolds prefers to have me drive her there.
Not on your life, bud.
Jeff, what's the matter with you? Have you lost your mind?
It seems to be about the one thing I haven't lost.
Don't talk silly.
Then you stop acting that way.
I think you're the one who's acting out of turn.
In what way?
As if you owned me.
Haven't I been given every reason to think so?
Oh, all right, that's enough. I'm going back to the hotel, and Herr Van Dorn is driving me.
Get out of that car. Or move over. I'm warning you.
Warning me of what?
This character you're, amusing yourself with.
Amusing myself? Okay, brother, I'm not listening to any more.
Oh, you'll listen to this. Now lay off this guy if you know what's good for you. He's a murderer.
Oh, well, now that really tears it. Hendrik, please, get in the car.
Look, if you don't believe me, look at his face. If that doesn't convince you, ask...
Get in, Hendrik. Ask who, Jeff?
The little guy back there, the one with the limp. Hey, what happened to him? Where'd he disappear to?
I don't know, but I suggest wherever it was, you beat it there, too.
Oh, wait a minute, Val.
Now, why don't you pay attention to me, you fool? Get away from me. There's never been anything between us, and I never want to see you again.
That's really the way you want it?
How else? That's just the way I want it. You've almost spoiled everything for me. Please, let's go, Hendrik.
Your wish is my command. Well, Valerie.
Well, Hendrik?
I thought you said there was no one else.
There isn't.
And this Jeff. He seemed to think...
Oh, he's a fool. He follows me everywhere. He has this big thing for me. I can't get rid of him. He's just a drag. I mean, he's a nuisance. He doesn't mean anything to me.
But from the things he said, the way he spoke...
I told you, he's a fool.
So, I am still to expect you on Sunday?
Of course. What could have changed that?
Many things.
But I've told you that he doesn't mean it.
Yes, the American. Well, I've forgotten about him, but not something he said.
What, Hendrik?
Valerie, that is not my real name. You see, what your countrymen said of me is in a way true. 3 months ago, I was tried for the murder of my wife in Paris. I am French. My real name is Jean Rochelle.
I know. And you were acquitted.
But of course, it was quite a lurid trial. What you would say in America, a 3-ring circus. I suppose you must have read of it.
I did.
And still you are not afraid of me?
I came to Paris for the end of the trial. I saw you in the court and you literally swept me off my feet. I knew you were innocent.
You knew?
That was what the court found you. She shot herself accidentally, didn't she?
Yes, poor Eve. For a long while I felt it was my fault, that I should have left her loaded gun while I was away for a few days. It was stupid of me. I was only anxious to protect her. I adored her beyond life. Everyone knew that.
Every woman in that courtroom did. Everyone was on your side.
Oh, not everyone. One is tried, placed in the dock, and the stigma still clings. That's why I fled here, to Holland, to my lonely windmill retreat, where we had been so happy together. I thought this beard would help too. But even here I am found out, and the gossip will begin again.
I won't start it.
Thank you. I'm surprised you recognized me.
You could never hide from me, Hendrik. You see, I use your new name for a new life. When I found you on the beach and recognized you, I felt perhaps we could start one together and make this one a good one.
Valerie. I said I loved my wife, but I feel now I never knew what love meant till I met you.
We'll find out. But here's the hotel, Hendrik. I hate to think of that long walk back for you.
A dream. I will be walking on air.
Bonjour, Mademoiselle Reynolds. Excuse, you will pardon my presence in your room, uninvited, I hope.
How did you get in here?
In my profession, one has ways. Unofficial sometimes, but as you see, effective, huh?
Who are you?
Permit me to introduce myself. Inspector Michel Beauvais, Paris Police. My credentials, here.
Oh, the Sûreté.
Uh-huh.
Of course, the little man with the limp.
Pardon?
You were the one who told Jeff that Hendrik was a...
Oh, that Hendrik Van Dorn, as he calls himself, was a murderer. Correct?
But why did you disappear?
Well, one must observe, mademoiselle, that I am known to this man. He must not see me, but it is of the utmost importance that I see you. Therefore, my unwarranted presence in your room. You see, we must talk together, you and I.
What is it we have to talk about?
About your safety and a very dangerous man.
Hendrik?
Hendrik.
Why so dangerous? Didn't you police acquit him?
The courts, mademoiselle, not the police. And only this murder.
There have been others?
Alors, I have only admiration for you, but let me tell you of this man. He has a magnificent talent for the piano, vraiment. And he is an heroic figure, sans doute. For years, he has used these gifts to trap, shall we say, at the least, trusting women, thirst, money, and jewels, and when that is not enough, marriage, settlements that make him the one to inherit. And then, unfortunate accidents. 3 times that we know of, he has been married. 3 times a grieving widower. And each time, he is left richer than before.
But that's incredible. Why haven't the police managed to...
But the police, mademoiselle, unlike Hendrik or Jean Rochelle, or however you call him, are only human. He is very careful. This last time, we actually thought we had him trapped, but enfin, alas, he slipped our noose again. Now, what matters is that I am here to warn you. He is a vicious murderer.
You don't have to warn me. I know.
Ah? You know?
Now it is my turn to talk, Inspector. You see, this last wife of his, Eve Stallings, was one of my best and closest friends. We grew up together. We went to the same schools. We skied together. We were as close as sisters. Now, I was back in America because my father was very ill, but I knew that Eve had flipped over this Jean Rochelle. And it wasn't until I was coming out of the sadness after my father's death that I heard about her death and the trial. I left for Paris immediately.
But why?
Because I wanted to be a witness. I knew Eve could never have killed herself.
Oh, so you believe, as I do, that this was no accident. Knowing that, how can you risk your life with this man you believe murdered your friend?
He likes attractive, young, and rich women. I am young, I'm attractive enough, and unreasonably rich.
Huh? And you had some idea of taking the law into your own hands?
I can't tell you exactly what I had in mind, but I knew from a letter I'd gotten from Eve that they had this little hideout in an old mill at Sanford.
Uh-huh.
And the authorities seemed to be letting this louse get away with it. So while I was waiting for the man that I loved to return from the Middle East, I thought I'd try to measure up for Eve's sake.
Mm-hmm. What was your plan?
To rope him in if I could first, and then...
And then what? When the whole Paris Sûreté, the police, had failed, how did you hope to succeed?
Well, I might be able to make him confess the truth.
Could we not work together, you and I?
That brings me to a question of my own. What are you doing here?
Like you, I am unsatisfied by the turn that justice has taken. Besides, it is my vacation. I am a bachelor. I have no ties.
But no jurisdiction here in Holland.
No, none. My hopes are as flimsy as yours. Until now we have met. Now I think together we could trap him if you would risk it. I do not think you have to fear him so much if you are not married to him.
Married to him? I don't think that's Hendrik's general notion.
Oh, but of course it is. Do not delude yourself for a moment. He has not recognized you. You satisfy the 2 cravings of his soul. Soul, if he can be said to have one.
What?
You are very beautiful and very rich. Parbleu, you are the perfect piece of cheese to catch a... mademoiselle will, comme on dit, forgive the figure of speech, huh?
If I looked strange, it wasn't because of that. It was Jeff.
Ah, the headstrong young man I met earlier. Huh?
I've hurt him so terribly. How can I find him to explain?
Don't worry. You must allow me to do that.
No. I want to do it myself.
Now, trust my instinct in this, please. For once, it would be better for a policeman to do it than a woman, even one so desirable as you. Now, let us make our plans together, how we must trap this rat.
So now, all of our questions have been answered except how, or if a murder is to be committed. Or rather, how it may be prevented if the rat is not deceived by either the lure or the trap. As I said in the beginning, this is a story of a headstrong girl. Let's hope she's strong enough not to lose her head. I'll return in a moment with Act 3. It's Sunday at the old windmill on the beach, a day of peace and quiet and tranquility. The breeze off the water under cloudless skies is less than 5 knots. Outside, the vanes stand fixed, unmoving. Inside, although the owner is not presently there is considerable activity in the top or attic floor.
Oh, okay, Inspector. Look, here are your microphone wires.
Lead them over here to the receiver.
I don't know why I ever agreed to this with you and Val. No wonder she was afraid to let me know what she was up to. It's crazy.
Why, Monsieur Chef? It is perfect. Here we are on the 3rd floor of the windmill. Exactly below us is Hendrik's living quarters, which, as soon as I attach, these last wires are totally bugged. And if there is any danger, we are 1 flight of stairs away.
No, it's my girl who might be in danger. It's not yours.
Oh, but she is armed, and so are we. Today, he is not interested in money, or jewels, or annuities, the factors of his own peculiar profession. Today is only for the woman herself, for love.
Yeah, well, that gives my morale a real lift. Is this electronic apparatus really going to work?
Oh, you should know. You are on TV.
I'm on camera, not off. I'm no engineer.
Be of good heart. Why don't you descend for a moment and make a test so I can be sure?
Yeah, you're too right. This has got to be it.
All right, now say something, not too loud.
I'm standing in the middle of the room, near the piano.
Walk around the walls. Keep talking.
1, 2, 3. Testing. I hold a merry old farmer in the dale. Can you read me? And if you can't, why the blip, 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 can't you, for the love of blip? You read me?
Parfaitement. Come upstairs now and close the door at the bottom.
Well, it works.
Oh, like a charm, and you sing very well. Look at the time. Check and see if they are coming.
They should be here any minute.
Do you see any cars on the dike?
It's kind of hard to see. One arm of the damn windmill stretches right across the window.
But you can see through the weather vanes?
Sort of. Uh-oh.
What is it?
Looks like his car. Yep. They're almost here.
Eh bien, from now on, we must be as quiet as the grave.
Check. I just wish, as long as you're showing off your English, you'd picked another figure of speech.
Enter my castle, Valerie.
Ooh, it is like a castle. Medieval. The Dark Tower. Well, what's this, the dungeon?
Nothing so terrible. This is where they put the flour in the bags.
And that great wooden chute that comes down from the ceiling?
The millstones ground the grain and fed it down that chute as flour to be bagged.
Oh, it's a strange, musty smell.
Oh, upstairs we will be away from it. Come. There are hundreds of old flour bags dried out and rotting away. I keep meaning to have them moved. They are a real fire hazard.
Oh, these stairs. they're never ending.
I must apologize for my strange quarters.
I think it's exciting. And it's romantic.
Excuse me. This is my studio and my living quarters. You will find it more comfortable, I think.
Oh, it's so wonderful. And how unique. So those are the millstones. Ooh, this one from floor to ceiling, it must weigh tons. How does it work?
There used to be a grain elevator that brought the rough grain up here and through a chute so it passed between the big turning stone and the other beneath it on the floor. I cleared everything out but the stones.
Oh, do the stones still turn?
I'm afraid not anymore. The sails are long ago rotted out from the vanes. You know, the big arms that caught the wind? Mm. And the machinery is old and rusty.
Oh, it's fascinating.
I'm glad you find it so.
You don't?
That was yesterday. I am more interested in today. I find you much more fascinating.
In time, Hendrik. In good time.
Yes, but I promised to play for you. What would you like to hear?
I leave that up to you. Play as you feel.
As I feel. Then it must be this.
What's going on down there, Inspector? For the love of...
Shh! There is nothing to worry about as long as he is playing the piano.
I can't stand it. I mean, we've got to do something.
We are, monsieur. We are waiting.
Well, how long?
Who knows? The trap is bedded. We are waiting for the rat to make himself ready to bite.
Lovely.
Yes, lovely, enchanting, unbelievable.
What music.
Not the music. You, Valerie. I adore you, beyond reason. And I have to know...
To know what?
What I asked you on the beach 2 days ago. Do you love me?
Well, that's so hard to answer.
Why?
Well, I don't know if I could ever be satisfied with second best.
What do you mean, second best?
Your wife. I read the transcript of the trial. I was there, and you yourself told me. You said you loved her completely. How can any man who has loved like that ever love completely again?
Is that all that stands between us?
Isn't it enough?
We are alone. Supposing I were to tell you the truth. That I hated her. That I couldn't stand her.
But you said that
While I was on trial, I could scarcely admit it. But it's true. I loathed her. I was trapped. She was like a stone around my neck.
You almost sound as if...
As if I had actually murdered her.
I didn't say that.
But that's what you meant. If I had a wife, and she stood between you and me, and there was no other way out but murder, I would do it for you.
You would kill her? Shoot her?
Anything to possess you.
No, Hendrik, please. You're too demanding. Please, wait.
Wait, what for? You and I, we have something beyond this world. An excitement beyond bearing.
Well, when I see you like this, I almost believe you would dare anything.
Anything.
You did kill her. You killed your wife, Eve, didn't you?
All right. If that is what you have to know, yes. Yes, I killed her. That is what you needed to know, wasn't it?
It's what I had to know.
Had to... No, don't touch that handbag.
You're hurting me.
Give me that bag. A gun.
Jeff! Inspector, he has my gun!
Trap!
Oh,
You
please.
tried to catch me. The door and this bar that holds it are of solid oak, Valerie. Your inspector and your boyfriend can hammer at it for 1,000 years without so much as shaking it.
It's no use, Hendrik. They have your confession recorded.
A small good it will do them.
What are you doing?
Breaking my kerosene lamps. Fuel to light a funeral pyre.
Oh, you must be mad. You can't mean to burn us all.
Not all, my darling. Just you and your friends.
Oh, no.
I shall be leaving. No. Please don't move, or I'll shoot you. I need this lamp from the piano to light my way out and to set fire to those old dry sacks down there. The mill is all wood, dried out by years of sun and wind. It'll go up like a torch.
No, you're only making things worse for yourself.
If I were caught, how many times could they guillotine me? Besides, everyone will think I have been roasted to death here with you. Now, before I go, I have a score to settle with you.
Must you kill everything you love?
What have I left to love?
Me? Hendrik, we could still go away together. I'm rich. We could be married. I'd never
You
tell.
betrayed me once. You'll betray me again.
Oh.
Keep away from me or I'll shoot. What are you looking at?
The millstone.
What?
It's turning.
The brake! It's not holding! Let go of my arm!
Drop that gun.
My foot! It's caught! No!
Can't we do anything for him?
Take it easy, darling. You couldn't get within 50 yards of that blaze.
When the roof went, it became one enormous chimney.
Don't waste any tears on him, Val.
No, I'm not. He deserved to die, but not the way. I just don't understand. How did the stones start rolling? What started them?
I did. When we couldn't get out that door, we had to get to you somehow. There was a window from the attic. I managed to jump from it to one of the weather vanes. When my weight hit that arm, it started to turn.
Oh, so that's what started the millstone. Well, you saved all our lives, darling.
Except for the one who deserved to die. Le bon Dieu saw to that. Enfin, the mills of the gods grind slowly, but they grind exceeding fine.
The inspector's words were prophetic, for the fire was never brought under control, and the old windmill burned to the ground, a mass of charred cinders and ashes. Only the gigantic wheels remained, undamaged, fallen together to the ground, and embedded there, upright, standing like two great tombstones. But of the corpse they marked, not one shred remained. Hendrik van Dorn, or Jean Rochelle, had vanished as if he had never been. I'll be back shortly. One parting note you might find of interest. The famous lines the inspector quoted were originally written by Friedrich von Logau. Longfellow only translated them in a poem called Retribution. And there are two more lines which are not so familiar, but in this case very apt. Though the mills of God grind slowly, they grind exceeding small. Though with patience he stands waiting, with exactness grinds he all. Our cast included Joan Copeland, Tony Roberts, Paul Hecht, and William Redfield. The entire production was under the direction of Hyman Brown. This is E.G. Marshall inviting you to return to our Mystery Theater for another adventure in the macabre. Until next time, pleasant dreams.
Mystery Theater.
Come in. Welcome. I'm E.G. Marshall. Since the beginning of time, men have been consumed with a curiosity about their past. The customs, beliefs, and lifestyles of our ancestors are significant signposts along the road leading to the discovery of the origins of man. Man's diligent search for clues to his beginnings has taken us to the far corners of the earth, under the seven seas, and to the burial of ancient civilizations. Engaged in this ceaseless quest have been men of science, men of goodwill, men with a zest for adventure, and rogues with a lust for gold.
If this likeness of me, Tupac Amaru, be violated by plunderers, then will the wrath of Viracocha bring to them a swift and certain doom, which will pursue them to their graves and beyond.
But I've come here to this temple and to you for help. We've got to help Nancy.
For the woman you love, there can be no help. If she keeps the mask of Tupac Amaru, she is doomed forever.
Our mystery drama, The Mask of Tupac Amaru, was written especially for the Mystery Theater by Murray Burnett and stars Ruby Dee and Michael Wager. Man's preoccupation with the mystery of death and the possibility of life hereafter has made graveyards a favorite setting for eerie stories of the supernatural. Graveyards have also been the site of archaeological explorations to satisfy man's curiosity about his past. Our tale involves an archaeological expedition, the grave of a legendary hero of the Incas, and an ancient curse. However, it couldn't have a more modern setting for a start. The elegant lobby of the luxurious Hotel Savoy in Cuzco, Peru.
Nancy! Nancy!
Carlos! What are you doing in Peru? No, don't answer. Your being here at this time makes everything perfect. Darling, you've made me so happy, I'm afraid something's going to happen to spoil it.
You're so right.
I can't wait to tell you what's been... What? What do you mean?
I visited the dig, and I was happy to see that no one had been in the grave yet. Nancy, you're not to go into that grave.
I can't believe what I'm hearing. I've just finished a press conference, and Professor Brady practically gave me the entire credit for discovering the gravesite, and the man I'm going to marry tells me I'm not to go into the grave.
Professor Brady didn't do you any favor when he handed the credit to you.
All right, Carlos. It's obvious you didn't come here because you missed your fiancé or because you wanted to congratulate me on the discovery, so what brought you down?
Have you really uncovered the grave of Tupac Amaru?
We're not absolutely certain, but I think so. I really do. You see, this isn't part of the regular dig which we started west of Machu Picchu. It's in the Urubamba Valley, but off the tourist track. And one day I saw this indentation, and I had a strong feeling, and I got permission from the professor to do some digging. We hadn't got very far before I realized that my hunch was right, and I was onto something tremendous.
You don't understand what you've done, do you?
Evidently you don't. I'm going to be famous. Think of it, Carlos. A graduate student stumbling upon...
A graduate student who evidently doesn't know much about Incan history.
Oh, really? Perhaps you'd like to teach me.
Somebody had better. Before you walk into the grave of Tupac Amaru and sign your own death warrant.
Please stand back. I must insist that anyone not officially connected with this expedition move away from the entrance to the grave.
Professor Brady, I must talk to you.
Who are you?
Professor, I'd like you to meet my fiancé, Carlos Ukaila.
Ukaila? That proud Inca name alone would entitle you to be present at this historic moment.
Professor, I must insist that Nancy doesn't enter the grave of Tupac Amaru.
Well, we're not yet certain that this grave is indeed the burial place of Amaru.
But there is a chance.
I don't understand. This is Nancy's
He's worried about the curse, Professor.
Well, the whole story of Amaru and the curse may very well be a myth.
With all due respect, Professor, you're not going to claim that the rebellion Tupac Amaru led was a myth.
Well, certainly not.
And his death and savage mutilation at the hands of the Spanish conquerors.
An historical fact. But you must be aware that everything after his death is open to question. The whole story of the Incans stealing his mutilated corpse from the Spaniards and burying it secretly along with a curse from the great god Viricocha must be treated as mythology.
You can treat it any way you like. But Nancy is not going in there.
Surely I think that should be her decision. Nancy?
Of course I'm going.
No, you are not.
Carlos, you've embarrassed me enough. Now you'll either let me go, or I'll have Senor Alvarado and his policemen put you under arrest.
Yes?
It's me, Nancy. Please forgive me, Carlos.
Nancy, was it the grave of Tupac Amaru?
You haven't heard?
I've been sitting here in my room thinking.
Oh, Carlos, it was. And in the grave was the most magnificent death mask I've ever seen. Do you realize what this is going to mean to me?
Do you?
You're still angry because of the rotten way I behaved, but I've already asked you to forgive me, and if you do, I'll forgive you.
Forgive me? For what?
For being a silly, superstitious idiot.
There was nothing inscribed on the mask.
Of course there was. Superb hieroglyphic writing.
Did you translate it?
Well, not completely. It's in Quechuan, and I was wondering if you'd give us some help with the translation. Here's a copy I made.
I don't want to have anything to do with it.
Carlos, please, for my sake. You know, ever since you came here, I have the feeling I'm not talking to Carlos Ukaila, but to a stubborn Incan Indian desperately clinging to beliefs that were exploded 500 years ago.
I don't like the idea of your being in danger.
Oh, come off it, Carlos. You're far too intelligent to believe in the supernatural power of some words written by some old Indian on a 5-century-old death mask. To say you believe that is...
It's the height of idiocy. You have no fear of words written on the most sacred relic in Incan history. Give me the paper.
Thank you, Carlos. I appreciate it.
I'd rather not take thanks for this. If this likeness be violated by plunderers, then will the wrath of Viricocha bring to them a swift and certain doom which will pursue them to their graves and beyond.
Well, really impressive, isn't it?
Are you enough impressed so that you'll return the mask?
Carlos, you know very well that's not possible. It now belongs to the government.
It belongs to the people who made it. And I swear by whatever God you want to believe in, that I'm going to give it back to them and save you, in spite of yourself.
Who are you? What do you mean by coming into my room? How did you get...
Softly, Professor Brady. Here's my card. And accept my apologies for the intrusion.
Francisco Fortune. That's obviously not your name. And whatever it is you're selling, I'm not buying, so get out.
As a scientist, Professor Brady, you should know better than to leap to conclusions. I'm not a seller. I'm a buyer.
Then you're certainly in the wrong room. I have nothing to sell.
Once again, an erroneous conclusion. How about the death mask of Tupac Amaru?
You're here to ask me to sell you the mask? You must be a madman.
Aren't all collectors slightly mad?
If you're really a collector, you would know that you're wasting your time.
My dear Professor, courtesy requires that you hear me out.
Put that gun away.
As you see, it has a silencer. But I do require your attention, and I intend to get it.
Go ahead.
Good. I'm determined to have the mask of Tupac Amaru. I will, of course, pay for it.
You know very well that the theft of the mask will set off shock waves of earthquake proportion. Any participation by me of such a scheme, no matter how remote, would be discovered, and my life would be ruined.
No, I would never allow that to happen.
You couldn't prevent it.
If I can prove to you that I can, would you go along with the deal?
I believe I've already given you my answer.
I've something to show you that may make you change your mind.
No, not the gun.
No. Some art object which have been created by an employee of mine. With your permission, I'll ask him in. Topa! Professor, this is Topa, a pure-blooded Incan.
How do you do?
Unfortunately, he's mute. But, Professor, he speaks with his hands.
May I answer the phone?
Of course. But remember, I still have this gun.
Hello?
Professor Brady?
Speaking?
This is Carlos Ukaila. You may remember we met at the gravesite.
Of course. Nancy's young man. Can I help you?
Can we meet?
You mean now?
As soon as possible.
What do you wish to see me about?
The mask. The death mask of Tupac Amaru.
Oh, yes. You were deeply worried about the curse.
I still am, and that's what I want to talk to you about.
Well, give me a ring tomorrow at the office.
Professor Brady, couldn't we set up an appointment now? It could be any time at your convenience.
I'm afraid not. Call me. Before we were interrupted, you were telling me about Topa.
Oh, yes. I was saying that Topa is a genius. He makes replicas of works of art that simply cannot be distinguished from the originals.
You mean he's a forger?
No, you can't use the word forger for Topa's work. But you won't have to take my word for it. He's brought samples along. Topa, open your knapsack and show the professor some of your things.
I assume you wouldn't have gone to all this trouble unless you had a buyer.
I'm happy to see that your thinking has become more positive. You deserve an honest answer. At the moment, I have no buyer. Oh, yes, Topa, that's a good choice. I'm sure the professor will recognize that figurine.
I certainly do. The original is in the Larco Herrera Museum in Lima. May I have it?
Go on, give it to the professor, Topa. Let him examine it as closely as he likes.
A remarkable piece of work.
Topa, I think the necklace with the hollow gold beads should be next. Yeah, that's right. Hold it up.
I don't have to examine it closely.
Surely you recognize this fox head? It is of gold, copper, and silver alloy, exactly like the mask of Tupac Amaru.
I know it. It's in the Lynn Museum in Stuttgart. I am impressed.
Thank you.
Not with you, with Topa. You're right. He is an artist. I don't have to see any more. I'm not interested.
There is one more piece of Topa's I want you to see. Topa, please, the head of Atahualpa. Hand it over. There. Now, Professor, what do you think of that?
But this is no forgery. This is genuine. This is a real head of Atahualpa.
May I congratulate you on your expertise, Professor. And now let me point out that for years, you and the world have believed the copy in the Marmaron Museum to have been genuine.
Yes, but...
Exactly. I'm sure you see now that we can do business together without you running the slightest risk.
Tangled webs of deception are unfortunately not unknown in the art world. Greed has been such a powerful motive that many collectors have chosen to dismiss as nonsense the curses that ancient civilizations have laid down to protect their treasures. Some have proven false, and some have exacted a terrible and tragic price. I shall be back in a moment with Act Two. The discovery of the long-sought grave and death mask of Tupac Amaru, legendary Incan hero, has electrified the art world. It has also brought Professor Brady an unwelcome visitor, a self-acknowledged art thief who calls himself Francisco Fortune, and his Incan employee, a mute named Topa. Fortune has placed before Professor Brady an ingenious scheme for stealing the mask of Tupac Amaru.
Well, Professor, what do you think now?
I acknowledge that Tupac is a genius and you're a resourceful thief, but I am neither. So I wish you gentlemen good night.
Think, Professor. You're going to photograph the mask. One photograph. A well-lit close-up is all that Topa needs to make a replica that cannot be told from the original. Then a quick substitution by you. No one is the wiser, and you're $25,000 richer.
Topa seems to be saying that he cannot do it.
What?
Look at him. He's shaking his head, and I think he's saying no. Am I right, Topa?
Topa will do as I say.
I think not. I believe Topa's more afraid of the curse of Viricocha than he is of you.
Topa, do you remember the people who tore out your tongue and made you mute? Yes, I see you do. You know that these people are still very angry with you. Just think what they would do to you if I told them you were no longer useful to me.
Oh, stop torturing him, Fortune. It's not going to make any difference in my decision.
Well, I was merely showing you, Professor, that everything can be arranged. You will make the mask for me, Topa. Ha, fine. You see, Professor, in order to get what you want, all you have to know is the pressure points.
There's no pressure you can exert that would make me change my mind.
The pity. Come, Topa. We will leave Professor Brady to dream of the $25,000 he could have had.
I have better things to dream of. Oh, by the way, Fortune.
Yes?
Unlike Topa, you seem to have no fear of the curse of Viricocha.
I, my dear Professor, I wasn't the one who desecrated the grave of Tupac Amaru. It was you, Professor. And if there really is something to the curse, I should think you'd be the one who fears.
Professor Brady's office?
It's me, darling. Where were you this morning? I waited in the coffee shop for almost an hour.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I had to rush here because the professor went out to the dig.
Amaru's grave?
No, the other dig. He still has hopes for something there, and he's been neglecting it. I should have left word, but...
He made an appointment with me.
Oh, he told me you were going to call, and he asked me to handle it.
Damn fool.
Well, you can call Brady a lot of things, but hardly that.
Nancy, can you meet me?
When?
Right away.
I'm sorry, darling, but the professor left me to mind the store, and...
Okay. I'll be up in 15 minutes.
Carlos, oh, Carlos.
Nancy, I don't want any arguments, no objections. Just get your jacket on and come with me.
What?
We're getting married.
Oh, wow. You mean today?
No, tomorrow back in L.A. I've made all the arrangements by phone, and I don't mind telling you they cost a fortune.
Then I'm sorry you wasted your money.
Does that mean you don't want to marry me?
Oh, Carlos, stop playing games.
I have to do something to get you out of Peru.
So you decided I was a lovesick little girl who'd be so delighted by the idea of being Mrs. Carlos Ukaila, I'd forget everything else and jump on the first plane out of here.
Okay. What will get you on a plane?
My own ticket. It's dated 2 weeks from today.
Where's the mask?
It's in the safe behind me.
May I see it?
Why do you want to see it?
Curiosity. I'll never have an opportunity to get this close to it again. It'll be locked away behind glass in the National Museum, surrounded by guards.
Oh, darling, I do love you.
What brings that up?
Oh, I love you because you're so darn good looking and also because you're so transparent.
I love you, too. But how about letting me see the mask?
So you can snatch it out of my hand, run out of here, and take it to... Where would you take it, Carlos?
The idea never occurred to me, but I think about it, it's not bad. It's the lesser of two evils.
You're talking about the curse.
What else?
I know what's happened to you, darling. Believe me, I know and I understand.
I don't need understanding. I need you to open your mind.
We both want the same thing, then. I'll promise to keep mine open if you'll open yours.
To what?
To the realization that you've come back to the country of your ancestors. You're surrounded by the culture of centuries. The whole atmosphere affects you. It affects me, and I don't have ancestors here.
Well, if you understand that, then you understand how I feel about the curse.
Of course I understand, but that doesn't mean I believe in it.
Why not? You can't understand how a primitive people ever managed to construct a sanctuary like Machu Picchu? But the fact is they did, and it still stands so.
You want me to discard my heritage of scientific knowledge and become a fear-ridden, superstitious fool running from a meaningless curse?
In other words, you believe in everything Incan. Except their religion.
Religion is one thing. Superstition, another.
You wish to see me, senor?
You are the Vilak Umu of this temple?
You do me too much honor. I am a priest, and I am in charge. But alas, these noblest of priests, the Viracumus, were wiped out a few years after the conquest. May I have your name?
Carlos Ukaila.
I am Manco Huayna. Welcome to the temple, brother.
I hope I will still be welcome when you hear what brings me to you.
The death mask of Tupac Amaru.
You know?
The whole world knows. Why shouldn't we?
Although I'm an American, you called me brother. I expect that you will talk with me as such. I need your help.
To protect your beloved?
Exactly. Suppose I somehow manage to have the mask returned. Brought to you, perhaps. Would that have any effect on the curse?
You know as well as I that forgiveness would be granted by Viricocha, and only by him.
Thanks. That's all I wanted to hear.
One moment. Where are you going?
To see Professor Brady. If I can talk to him, I'm sure I can make him see the truth.
In that case, you had better hurry. I've been informed that the professor was taken to the hospital a few hours ago.
My name is Dr. Johannes Schmidt. I'm in charge of this hospital. And before I turn you over to the police, I'm giving you an opportunity to explain your actions.
How very kind of you, Doctor. But before you do any turning over to the police, let me inform you that if you do, I'll sue you and this hospital for
I'm trying to be helpful, but...
Then give me Professor Brady's room number and a pass.
In your present state, I wouldn't permit you to visit any patient in this hospital.
But I can save Professor Brady's life.
Are you a physician?
Oh, good grief. While we sit here talking, Brady is dying.
The professor was admitted because he suffered a bad gash on his foot when he was bathing this morning. A slight infection set in, and it was thought best to hospitalize him. He's hardly dying.
Is that why no visitors are permitted?
You still haven't told me that you're a doctor.
That's immaterial. Professor Brady is being punished for plundering the grave of Tupac Amaru.
Fascinating theory.
If I could talk with Professor Brady for 10 minutes, only 10 minutes, I think I could make him see that there's only one way to save himself.
Hasn't he already brought the wrath of God down upon him by taking the death mask?
But if he returned it, gave it back to the Incans, he would cleanse himself.
No, I'm afraid I can't let you see him.
Why not?
Because you would only upset him.
You'd rather have him die.
There's very little chance of that.
Dr. Schmidt, life support unit, third floor emergency room. Life support unit, third floor emergency room. Dr. Schmidt.
Viricocha, I beseech thee, show your servant Manco Huayan the way.
Manco, I beg your pardon. I apologize for interrupting your prayers.
Oh, you are forgiven, brother. I was sorry to hear that you failed.
I was never given the chance to fail. Professor Brady died while I was trying to get the doctor to let me see him.
Perhaps it was willed that way by Viricocha.
Well, whatever it was, it's going to be a powerful argument to persuade Nancy to do the right thing about the mask.
You have not yet spoken with her.
I can't find her. The hotel says she went out. She never showed up at the hospital. I checked at both the digs and she hasn't been there, so I came to you.
For?
Information. I thought you would know where she is.
This is a temple, brother. A place of worship.
You knew Brady was ill before I did. You'd already heard of his death before I got here. In your eyes, the theft of the mask and the desecration of the grave would justify any action, including the kidnapping of an American who despoiled the grave.
Viricocha does not require my help to carry out his judgment.
Brother, I beg you, tell me where she is.
So that you can then inform the police. You must know that I cannot have the police here.
I swear, I won't go to the police. I just want to save that girl.
Would that not be interfering with a just punishment as decreed by Viricocha?
I honestly don't know. Isn't it possible that Viricocha led me here and it's his wish that you tell me about the girl?
You will find her in the house of number 15, Avenida Arequipa.
It has been said that women are wiser than men because they know more and understand less. Carlos Ucaila is convinced that the girl he loves knows more, but understands less than he does about the power of ancient Incan curses. If he's right, her life is in danger. If he's wrong, well, that has to be saved for Act 3. Saving people in spite of themselves is a task to which missionaries have devoted their energies over the centuries. The fact that such efforts have often backfired has in no way dampened the enthusiasm of the visionaries. In our story, Carlos Ucaila's hope of saving his beloved ran high as he approached the door of number 15 Avenida Arequipa in Cusco, Peru.
Senor Ucaila, you're expected. Oh, no, please come in.
I've come for my fiancée, Nancy Littleton.
And she's been anxiously awaiting your arrival. She didn't believe us when we told her you'd be here. This way, please.
You're taking me to her?
Indirectly. Now, sit down. Have some coffee.
I want to see Nancy.
All in good time. First, we have some business to discuss.
Miss Littleton is an important member of the expedition. Her disappearance is going to cause an uproar. If I found her, the police will.
Eventually, they will. But perhaps they'll find her corpse.
Why, you fat...
Please. Nothing rash. You can't afford a temper.
Put the gun down. I'll show you what I can afford.
Senor Rukaila, you're at a disadvantage. I know everything about you, and you know nothing about me.
I know you're a thug.
My name is Francisco Fortune, and I am a collector. I want the mask of Tupac Amaru, and I mean to have it.
Good luck. I don't want it.
I already know that. I know about the curse, and I also know you believe in it, and the senorita doesn't. I agree with her, and that makes your interest and mine identical.
Okay. What's your proposal?
That you replace the original mask with an absolutely perfect imitation.
You're asking me to steal the mask, and I'm not a thief.
But I can guarantee that the greatest expert in the world won't know the mask you substitute isn't the original.
Since you've got it all figured out, why do you need me?
Because your relationship with the senorita will make the substitution immeasurably easier.
Yes, but you don't mention the fact that if anything should go wrong, I am the fall guy.
Oh, why look on the downside? Think. You take a small risk. You save your fiancée's life. A tiny subterfuge, and she remains happy in the belief that science has given the lie to superstition.
You mean I don't tell her about the switch?
Honesty has destroyed more men than a bubonic plague. Professor Brady was also an honest man.
If I could have talked to him, I could have saved him.
Have you seen tonight's paper?
No.
Yeah, take it with you. Now, I call your attention to the box on the front page. The item about the photographer.
What will it take to convince you? First Brady, now the man who photographed the mask. What more proof do you want?
Professor Brady died of an infection. The photographer was run over and killed by a car. Hundreds of people are killed by cars every day. You want me to believe that this was decreed by Viricocha? Don't you see, I can't accept that.
Why not?
Because to admit that means turning the clock back 300 years.
Oh, darling, trust me. Trust my instincts.
And abandon mine.
Oh, what are we talking about? Instincts and philosophy, when the subject really is love.
I love you, but...
But?
I don't like the future I see. I love you and I love my work, but you know as well as I that every dig is going to have some ancient superstition connected with it.
Not with Viricocha. Please return the mask.
No.
All right. Then have you thought about how you're going to get out of here?
When I saw you, I was naive enough to believe that you'd come to rescue me. Who was it who knew where I was?
The priest at the old Huacan temple.
And how did he know?
I don't know.
Then let me tell you, he knew because he's involved in it.
I don't believe that.
You haven't been able to think since you came to Peru. You figure there's some strange power in the curse, but you don't think the priest of a Huacan temple would do anything to get his hands on that mask.
And so would the man who risked kidnapping you.
They're in it together.
I know for a fact that they're not. Fortune has asked me to steal a mask for him.
Why would he think you'd do that?
Because he has got you as a hostage.
Then tell him I won't give up the mask, and you won't consider stealing it. And he has to let me go because I'm of no use to him.
He knows I love you.
You've never stolen anything in your life. If you go through this, we're finished. I never want to see you again.
And now, senor, now that you've convinced yourself how the senorita feels, we do our deal.
I'm listening. You're so clever I can smell your cunning from here.
You had better hope so. because the success of our venture depends upon my cleverness.
That's what bothers me. I don't like the idea of having to spend the rest of my life in a Peruvian prison.
What you fail to realize is the depth of my desire for the mask. I must have it. You see, it's almost become an obsession.
I see.
Therefore, I must take every precaution to ensure your success. Yeah. This is the key to the late Professor Brady's office. We took it from the senorita's handbag.
And I suppose the mask is just lying on his desk.
The mask is in the safe in his office until it is transferred to the museum.
Well, then we can forget it. I'm no safecracker.
These numbers are the combination to the safe.
Also from Nancy.
Also.
She'll have a lot to hate me for.
One must be alive to hate.
You do have a knack for pressing the right buttons. How do I get into the building? You know there are guards.
2. On Thursday, at 11 o'clock, will be Jesus Alicante and Ramon Merona. They are not well paid. By the government, that is.
Will they stay bribed?
For 2 reasons. They will not be paid until after you've accomplished what you went there to do. I promised them that.
You seem completely confident about that.
There's someone you must meet. Topa! Topa, come here and bring the case. Topa is a genius, an unequaled forger of artworks of all kinds. I also know that I can trust him absolutely, which is why he will accompany you on Thursday night.
No, I don't think I like that.
At exactly 10 minutes to 11 on Thursday night, you will leave your hotel by the side entrance.
I don't like the idea of a witness.
Come, Senor Kyla. To leave you alone with identical masks presents such a wealth of opportunities for devious dealing that I cannot allow it. It's out of the question.
All right. At 10 to 11, I leave the hotel by the side entrance.
Yes.
And?
There'll be a taxicab waiting. It'll be driven by Topa. You will get in, and from then on, everything will proceed as planned. Is that clear?
Perfectly.
Also, if any idea of giving the police the address of this house has crossed your mind, you should know that when you leave here, we do also. The house will be empty. Goodbye, and good luck on Thursday, senor.
I'm sorry to be so shaky, Topa, but this is way out of my line. Oh, well, so far so good. Everything Fortune said has happened. I haven't even seen the guards. I think you'd better, close the door, Topa. Now, for the safe. How about my reading off the combinations to you? I think it'll be faster. Let me hold the flashlight. All right. 14 left. Then back past 0 to 9 right. And 6 left. And finally 2 right. That should do it. That should do it. Try it. Here's the case. Make the switch, we'll get out of here. What's the matter? Oh. All right. I understand. I'll handle it. Topa, listen to me. I also have your blood. If that is Viricocha, he doesn't talk in anger. That is the sound of approval that we hear. Wait. I'll get the mask.
Bravo! I can see from your faces that you've been successful. Congratulations. And I have kept my word. Here is your senorita waiting for you.
Did you have a storm out here?
A storm? No.
No thunder?
Nothing. Senorita, pay close attention. If you're thinking about announcing to the world the truth of what has happened to the mask, not only do I advise against it, but I am certain that will also be the advice of your fiancé.
Carlos is no longer my fiancé, and I couldn't care less about any advice he might offer.
Let me say that I agree with you. The whole matter of the curse is silly superstition. Professor Brady died because of an infection that followed his stepping on a piece of glass in his hotel bathroom. That was not Viricocha's doing, but mine. I also saw to it that the glass was impregnated with an exceedingly rare and virulent virus. Now, Signor, I'm sure you wouldn't want anything to happen to your lovely Senorita.
Don't think you can frighten me.
Topa, the case, please. On my desk. Topa, show me the mask.
Do you get a kick out of torturing him? You know he's afraid to touch it.
Oh, yes. Yes, I should have remembered. I'll do it myself. Ah. Oh, exquisite. Truly a marvel of Incan art. If you could feel the softness of the gold, the warmth, as I run my fingers over it, I cannot describe. Give me air.
Nancy, I'll hold him. Loosen his collar.
Please.
Is he dead?
Yes. Well, Nancy, there's the mask in his hand. What do you want to do?
Give it to me, please.
Here.
Topa. Here it is. The death mask of Tupac Amaru. It belongs to you and your people. Take it to them. And Carlos.
Yes.
Carlos, darling. Let's go home.
It's a scientific fact that the Indians of the Peruvian Amazon have a plant that painlessly extracts teeth. When they were told that our method of pulling teeth involves much blood and sometimes even pain, they cried out, "But what barbarians!" Of course, it would be barbaric to believe that Francisco Fortune's death came about from any but the natural causes of heart failure. But I strongly suspect that there may be some of us just barbaric enough to doubt it. I'll be back shortly. Every day, in every way, I'm getting better and better. That phrase was made famous in the 1920s by a French psychotherapist named Émile Coué. A lot of people swore that by believing it, they were cured. A lot of other people shrugged it off as being effective only on very gullible and not very sick people. What I wonder is, how many people died because they thought, every day I'm getting sicker and sicker? The mind, my friends, the mind can play some strange and powerful tricks. Our cast included Ruby Dee, Michael Wager, Robert Dryden, and Dan Acco. The entire production was under the direction of Hyman Brown. E.G. Marshall inviting you to return to our Mystery Theater for another adventure in the macabre. Until next time, pleasant dreams.
And now, Mystery Theater.
Come in. Welcome. I'm E.G. Marshall. To be or not to be? That is not the question in the tale we're about to unfold, but there will be parallels to Shakespeare's great drama, which even the people involved recognize. Murder most foul, a spirit doomed to walk the earth, a murderer who, well, you'll hear. We are concerned with the Cardwell family. Douglas, the young man, Edmund, his father, and Gertrude, his mother.
Douglas? Douglas, are you awake? Douglas, wake up. Douglas, wake up. Will you please wake up?
What? Oh. What is it, Mother? Is something wrong?
You'll have to get up right away and get dressed. I've called Dr. Peterson. Of course, he'll be here in a few minutes. He's arranging for the ambulance and all that.
Ambulance? But what? Are you sick or something, Mother?
I'm perfectly all right. It's your father.
Pop? What's wrong with him?
I've told your father, I've told him over and over again that if he kept on with this kind of life he's been leading, he'd have to pay the price sooner or later. Well, now he's paid for it.
What do you mean?
Douglas, your father is dead.
Our mystery drama, That Hamlet Was a Good Boy, was written especially for the Mystery Theater by Fielden Farrington and stars Will Mackenzie and Jennifer Harmon. A boy has lost his father. Well, not a boy, really. Douglas Cardwell is a young man, out of college and already experimenting with adult life and its potentialities. But when a boy or a man, at no matter what age, loses his father, it is a grievous loss. The funeral is over, marking the death as utterly final, and Douglas and his mother are returning to the home now tenanted by 2 instead of 3 people. At least, in the natural course of things, tenanted only by 2.
Oh. Pull the drapes back, will you, Douglas, and open some windows. I never could understand why a house has to be darkened and all that.
What? The drapes?
Oh, for heaven's sake, you've got to stop this mooning about. Your father's been dead for 3 days now, and I haven't heard a half-dozen words out of you.
I was very fond of my father. I miss him. I'm sorry if you think I'm overdoing it, but I miss him.
Please open the drapes. I think perhaps I'd better set you straight about your father.
I'm already straight about him. I don't need to be set.
He always showed you his best side, I know. He never let you see the side of him I had to live with.
I've always known what was going on.
Oh, have you indeed? Did you know that your father was a drunkard?
Oh, come on, Mother. He took a drink now and then, but my father was a good man.
Your father was a ne'er-do-well.
We live in the finest house in Branbury. The very finest, right?
A house which your father inherited from his father.
He owned and managed Branbury Glass, which employs almost half the people in this town, right?
Managed? Mismanaged would be more accurate. Do you know that?
But how can you call him a ne'er-do-well?
I'll tell you how. He could have been a millionaire several times over, just by scribbling his name at the bottom of an agreement. He could have. But would he do it? No, not your father. He knew I wanted him to, and that's why he wouldn't.
You're talking about his refusal to sell the glassworks, aren't you?
Amalgamated Glass offered him $3 million. $3 million and 5% of their stock.
What kind of a businessman turns down an offer like that?
They wanted to close the Branbury glass plant. You know that. Half the people in this town would have been thrown out of work.
Well, thank goodness my brother will have better sense.
Uncle Stanley? What's he got to do with it?
Your Uncle Stanley will be taking over the management of Branbury Glass now, Douglas.
Uncle Stanley will?
Yes.
My father had planned to put me in charge when he retired. He didn't know, of course, he was going to die.
Your father left his entire estate for me. That includes the factory, you know.
And you intend to make Uncle Stanley the manager?
Well, Douglas, I don't want to hurt you, but I'm sorry to say that I see some of your father's unfortunate characteristics in you. You've just finished saying that your father was right not to sell the plant.
It would have turned Branbury into a ghost town. It will if you sell.
Branbury's near enough a ghost town in any case. And the people who live in it are not children. Let them take care of themselves. They're not our responsibility.
My father felt they were his.
You see what I mean? You're just like him.
Thank you.
A dreamer. Oh, and his choice of friends. Good heavens, the people he called friends.
There were several hundred people outside the church today, just standing there. They couldn't get inside because there wasn't room, but they wanted to pay their respects. I don't think he chose his friends so badly.
Douglas, while we're on the subject of friends and the choosing of them, where was that girlfriend of yours today, that little blonde? What's her name?
Phyllis Downs. You know her name.
Oh, I didn't see her at the funeral today.
She was outside with the others, I expect. She knew you'd only snub her if she tried to come inside.
Yes, I was there, Doug. Outside. And you know, I was sort of glad I was out there instead of in the church. Oh, it was really quite beautiful watching the people. They loved your father. You could see it in their faces.
You know, a crazy thing, I had this strange feeling all day, well, ever since he died, actually, but especially today, that Pop was there. I just, you know, he might as well have been sitting right there in the pew beside me. Is that completely nutty?
Well, who are we to say so?
I never really believed in stuff like that.
Well, I don't think there's any way to believe or not believe in such things flatly, Doug. The fact is, we don't know.
That's true.
You really miss him, don't you, Doug?
Except for you, the world has come to an end.
Well, at least there will always be me.
Thank the Lord. They're going to sell the glassworks, I think.
What?
Mother says she's going to make Uncle Stanley the manager, now that Pop's gone.
Uncle Stanley? But can she do that?
She says my father left his entire estate to her.
He wouldn't.
Well, she seemed pretty sure of herself.
And they'll sell the plant?
The buyers will close it down. That's the only reason anybody ever wanted to buy Branbury Glass.
They might as well close the town down, too.
That's about what it amounts to.
He'd have given us his blessing, wouldn't he?
Of course. I talked to him about us.
But your mother won't. She'll do everything she can to keep us from marrying.
What can she do? I'm a big boy. I want to marry you, and I intend to. She has nothing to say about it.
Well, I'm not so sure of that. If she has control of the money as well as the factory, she can put some pressure on you.
So it's settled. We sell.
You're quite sure you'll be able to find a buyer?
Oh, no problem there. I don't know how the price will hold up. That's the only thing.
Why shouldn't it hold up?
We're coming to them now. They're not coming to us.
Oh, well, I still don't see...
The price, whatever, will still be good enough to make us very wealthy people. I'll get on the phone first thing in the morning. Unless I miss my guess... What? What is it?
I thought I heard somebody on the porch.
A little early for Doug to be coming home from a date, isn't it?
Well, he hasn't been feeling himself. There. It is Douglas.
Oh, I didn't expect to find you here, Uncle Stanley.
Doug?
Oh, you're home early, Douglas. Did you, quarrel with your little friend? What's her name?
No, Phyllis and I didn't quarrel. I'm going up to my room, Mother.
No, Douglas, sit down. There's something I believe you ought to know.
I'll take it standing up, if you don't mind.
Your Uncle Stanley and I have definitely decided that the best thing to do is to sell the factory.
I see. Best for whom?
Best for everybody, boy. It'll make us all rich.
What about the rest of the people in Branbury?
We'll move out of here, Douglas. Somewhere in Florida, I think, would be nice.
I'll fight it. I'll take it to court.
Douglas.
That's not what my father planned for the Branbury Glass Company, and I don't intend to stand by.
Douglas, that's quite enough of that kind of talk.
Anybody'd think your father was a saint the way you go on about him.
Close enough.
Oh, Douglas, don't be silly. If there ever was an unsaintly man, it was surely your father. He was a drunkard, a procrastinator, and a woman chaser.
That's a lie.
Douglas!
All right. Understand what I'm saying. I'll do everything I can to keep you from selling the plant.
You'll come to agree with us, I'm sure, once you've taken time to think it over rationally.
Oh, now think how nice it'll be in Florida. We can
I'm not going to Florida. I'm staying in Branbury. Maybe I can help pick up the pieces after they close the plant down. Anyway, Phyllis and I are going to be married.
No. You are not going to marry that cheap little tramp.
You presume too much on the fact that you're my mother. Don't. I'm going up to bed.
You are not going to marry her.
You have nothing to say about it, Mother.
Douglas, can you hear me, Doug? Don't be frightened, my son. There's nothing to be afraid of.
Who's that?
No, don't let it upset you, my son. It's perfectly all right.
Pop, is that... Who is it?
Yes, it's me, Doug. No, don't turn your light on just yet. I still have to materialize. There's no point in you watching a thing like that.
It's some kind of a joke.
No, Doug, no. It's not a joke. It's just... Now, wait just a minute. Okay, Doug, you can turn your lamp on now.
Pop.
Hello, son. You know, this materializing is kind of tricky for a beginner.
Is it really you, Pop?
Oh, yes, it's me, all right.
A ghost?
Well, yes, I guess you could say that. It's a word we don't particularly favor, but yes.
All day, I had a feeling. I had this crazy feeling
that I was with you, right? Well, I was. You know, that was quite a funeral.
You saw? The people outside, everything?
Yeah, it was very moving, I never realized that all those people were so fond of... Well, I'm not here to talk about that.
Why did you come back, Pop? People don't usually, do they?
No, not usually. See, the thing is, Doug, well, I've been made a Class D spirit.
A Class D spirit?
It's all very fair. All according to the regulations. See, a Class D spirit has to walk the earth. That's the way it's always been.
What is a Class D spirit?
Well, we're people, former people, whose murders have yet to be avenged.
Murder?
Mm-hmm. Did you ever see Shakespeare's Hamlet? Or you must have.
Oh, yes, of course.
No, that Hamlet. That Hamlet was a good boy. Not very bright, maybe, but a good boy. His father got murdered, and he couldn't rest a minute until the murder was avenged and his father could get out of Class D.
But, Pop, you died of a heart attack. Dr. Peterson said so. He signed the certificate that way.
Don't you believe it, son. Your Uncle Stanley smothered me with a pillow.
Murder most foul. Since the art of storytelling began, there have been tales of men and women murdered and unavenged. But who is to say with certainty that these lost souls walk only within the confines of fiction? The murder which goes unavenged is the murder which never comes to light. To shed some light on this one, I'll be back shortly with Act Two. Douglas Cardwell's father, dead now these 3 days, has just come to his son in the still of the night and spoken to him of murder. Although Dr. Peterson signed a certificate saying that Edmund Cardwell's death was brought about by coronary arrest, Edmund himself claims that the cause was a pillow held over his face by his brother-in-law, Stanley.
You can't mean that, Pop. Uncle Stanley? There was never any trouble between you and Uncle Stanley, was there? I mean, why should he want to kill you?
Well, I don't know myself exactly why he would want to do such a thing, but since I know he did it, then it follows he had a motive, doesn't it?
Yes. Yes. And I think I know what it was.
You do? Well, then maybe you'd better tell me.
Well, Mother's putting Uncle Stanley in charge at the plant.
Oh, Lord, I was afraid of something like that.
And they're planning to sell out. They told me tonight just before I came up to bed.
Well, there's all the motive you need. Son, listen, I have to tell you something about your mother and me.
No need, Pop. Do you think I wouldn't notice when you and Mother started using separate bedrooms?
Well,
What was I supposed to think that meant?
But you were just a child then, Doug.
Almost 12. Kids aren't stupid, Pop.
Oh, no. Apparently not. Well, I'm sorry, Doug. It's shameful to do a thing like that to a boy. Well, then maybe it won't surprise you too much when I tell you I have reason to suspect your mother of being, well, an accomplice to my murder.
Mother? Oh, come on,
No,
Pop.
she's been after me for years to sell that factory. Well, it would have been a profitable thing to do if you didn't take into consideration the harm it would have done.
Still, to say that she had a hand
Well, she was at home that night. Now, I came in late. We had a quarrel. I went on up to bed. Now, somebody had to let your Uncle Stanley into the house. Right? She must have. She must have stayed down there waiting for him while he was upstairs, holding that pillow over my face. Now, I'm sorry, Doug. Sorry, but I don't see how he could have done it otherwise.
It's a terrible thing to have to believe about your own mother.
Terrible. I'm very sorry.
But she has been saying some nasty things about you.
Well, I'll tell you one thing she was right about. I was a procrastinator to a downright sinful degree. Now, I've been meaning ever since the day you turned 21 to have my will changed in your favor, but somehow, well, I just put it off from day to day until, well, it's just too late now.
It's going to be pretty hard on the town of Branbury if they sell the plant. You know whoever buys it will close it down.
Well, now, don't give up, son. I'm not in very good shape for a fight, but we're not through yet all the same.
What is it you want me to do?
Well, I'm hanged if I know right this minute, son. We should be able to think of something, though, the two of us together. Well, right now, I'm just about tuckered out. Now, let's think about it until tomorrow night. And I'll appear to you again tomorrow night at midnight. Wherever you are at midnight, I'll be there.
Okay. Why is it always midnight, Pop? I mean, why do ghosts always walk at midnight?
Well, it's tradition. No, it's tradition, I guess, as far as I can tell. As far as I can tell, it's no easier at midnight than any other time.
Douglas, you've hardly touched your breakfast. Didn't Marie do your eggs right?
They're fine, Mother. I'm not hungry, that's all.
Well, you have to eat. You can't go on.
A very strange thing has happened, Mother.
Strange?
I saw my father last night.
You what?
He came to me in my room.
Have you lost your mind?
I don't think so.
Oh, you dreamed it.
No, Mother, I was awake. It was no dream. He sat on the edge of the bed and we talked. Almost the way we used to talk. Only not about the same kind of thing.
And what did you talk about in this dream that wasn't a dream?
Murder. We talked about murder.
About Murder?
He told me he'd been murdered. Uncle Stanley held a pillow over his face and smothered him.
Oh, for heaven's sake, Douglas.
That's what he told me, and I believed him.
You believed him? You actually think your Uncle Stanley would... Oh, my poor Douglas, I'm so sorry. It's just been too much for you, hasn't it? I didn't realize...
Too much, yes, but I am not out of my mind. I know what I saw, and I know what I heard. That isn't all of it either, I'm afraid.
It's quite enough for me.
He thinks you were involved. He thinks you helped Uncle Stanley kill him.
All right, Douglas. I've heard all of this kind of talk I intend to listen to. I'll call Dr. Peterson and see if he can recommend a good psychiatrist.
You can call if you like, Mother, but I'm not going to see a psychiatrist. I don't need one.
Where are you going?
Out. There are some people I want to see.
What people?
If you want me to come right out with it, that is none of your business.
Douglas!
You can't bully me the way you've always bullied my father.
My boy, I want you to know how deeply grieved I am at your father's death, and I want to offer my most heartfelt condolences.
Thank you, Mr. Conrad. You'd been my father's lawyer for a good many years, hadn't you?
His legal advisor and one of his closest friends. 20 years or more, I'd say.
Mr. Conrad, did he ever mention... I don't want to sound greedy at a time like this, but was there ever any talk of changing the will in my favor?
Oh, yes, indeed there was. Unfortunately, it was never done, but it had been his intention for some time.
I see.
He was in the best of health, we always thought. There was plenty of time.
The thing is, my mother, with the help of my Uncle Stanley, they're talking about selling the glassworks.
Oh, dear. Your father wouldn't have wanted that.
Neither do I. Is there any way we can stop them?
I suppose you could delay it by taking it to court. It would be costly, and I don't believe you'd stand much chance of winning.
You advise against it, then?
I believe I would have to advise against it, yes.
You can believe it or not, but I swear he was there, sitting on the bed right beside me.
You actually saw a ghost?
Well, you know, he didn't seem like a ghost. He was just my father. Oh, he was a ghost, all right. At first, I could sort of half see through him.
Oh, that's spooky, all right.
Didn't bother me too much, really. And he got himself solidified after a while. Materialization is hard for a beginner, he said.
The poor dear. And murdered, too. You said your father mentioned Hamlet?
A Class D spirit, Pop says, has to walk the earth until he's avenged. Hamlet's father was Class D.
In Hamlet, he got killed, and his girlfriend went off her rocker and jumped into a fish pond or something. I don't find that too attractive.
Well, I don't think he meant us to follow Shakespeare's script altogether. Would you like some dessert?
Oh, there's no hurry.
Well, the only thing is, I have to be home by midnight.
Why?
He promised he'd show up again at midnight tonight. We're going to see if we can figure out what to do.
Well, does it have to be there? In your room?
Well, he did say wherever I was. Why?
Well, couldn't we go to my apartment? If he's going to show up wherever you are, why not my apartment?
I guess that would be all right. If you're sure you won't be afraid.
Of that sweet old man? Don't be silly.
Oh, answer it, Stanley. Answer it, will you?
Hello?
Oh, Stanley, where in the world have you been? I've been trying this whole livelong evening to reach you.
I had a very busy day, Gertrude, a very tiring day, and I don't want to be yelled at.
Oh, all right. But where were you?
I was having dinner with a prospect.
A prospect? You mean you've had this whole day to work on it and you still haven't settled anything?
I think I made a deal this evening, subject to your approval, of course. Consolidated Bottling is willing
I don't want to hear about it this way. Not on the phone. I want you to come over here right away.
Gertrude, I'm tired and I'm not feeling well. I've had a hard day.
At once, Stanley.
What time is it now, Doug?
2 minutes to 12, if my watch is right. You're not frightened, are you, Phyllis?
Of course not. Well, maybe a little nervous.
Oh, you needn't be. He's really just the same.
Except dead. What time is it now?
20 seconds later. He may be late, you know. Punctuality was never one of my father's virtues.
But surely now that he's...
Doug!
Yes, Pop. I'm here.
Well, you're not... You don't seem to be alone.
Oh, it's all right, Pop. You remember Phyllis? Phyllis Downs?
Oh, yes. Yes, of course. Just a minute. Now, there.
It really is.
You know, the materializing seems to get easier as you go along. Well, Phyllis, how nice to see you again.
It's good to see you too, Mr. Cardwell. Only... Well, give me a minute to get used to it.
Yeah, I expect it is unnerving. It's nothing to be afraid of, though.
Oh, I'm not afraid.
Of course you're not. Well, Doug, anything new?
Well, Uncle Stanley was supposed to be out taking bids for the plant today.
Well, he won't have any trouble. There are plenty of people eager to buy Branbury glass. Doug, you told your mother about our talk last night, didn't you?
Yes. Shouldn't I have?
Well, it doesn't really matter.
Have you thought of anything?
No, I'm sorry to say I haven't. Now, I don't want to get you into a bad situation down here, and yet, if I'm to be reclassified, I have to be avenged. And, well, Doug, I just don't know.
Well, I suppose I'll do whatever I have to. There must be some better way than the way Hamlet did it, though.
No. All I said was that Hamlet was a good boy. I didn't ask you to do any of the things he did. I don't want you to make the kind of mess he made of things. Certainly I don't want you to go around...
I just thought of something. In Hamlet, they did a play. Remember?
Yeah.
A bunch of strolling players came along, and Hamlet made up a scene for them to act out, to catch the conscience of the king.
Right.
Why couldn't we do that?
A whole troupe of actors?
I have a home movie camera. Got it as a present last Christmas, and it's absolutely marvelous.
But, Phyllis...
It takes pictures indoors with just ordinary room lighting, and I've got tons of film.
Oh, yes, but we'd still need actors.
No, we wouldn't, don't you see? You could play yourself, and Doug could play Uncle Stanley, and we'd reenact the crime.
Oh, I don't know about that, Phyllis. I only tried acting once in my high school senior class play, and... Well, to tell you the truth, I was terrified.
All you'd have to do is just lie there on the bed, Mr. Cardwell, while Uncle Stanley held the pillow over your face. You wouldn't have to act.
Well...
It didn't work very well in Hamlet.
Well, it sure caught the conscience of the king. If we can scare Uncle Stanley badly enough, who knows what might happen?
Well, I don't think you can take pictures of spirits. I mean, I don't think spirits show up on film.
Oh, Mr. Cardwell, please. That's just superstitious nonsense.
Probably. Like seeing a ghost. Well, we can try. Goodness knows, I have nothing better to suggest.
It has been said that nature imitates art, which, I suppose, could be made to read, reality imitates fiction. But is Hamlet, Prince of Denmark, a wise choice of models? As I recall, there was nobody left except the ghost of the murdered king. Perhaps, however, reality need not slavishly follow the pattern of fiction. Perhaps in the case at hand, some of the misery will be edited out. We'll see when I return shortly with Act 3. The late Edmund Cardwell has been designated a Class D spirit, which means that he must walk the earth until his murder is avenged. He has appeared as a rather lifelike specter to his son, Douglas, and now also to Phyllis Downs, who is engaged to marry Douglas. The three of them, in trying to determine how best this vengeance may be realized, have hit upon a device used by Hamlet in Shakespeare's drama. The play's the thing, they've decided, wherein they'll catch the conscience of Uncle Stanley. At this moment, they're examining the bedroom of Phyllis's apartment, which she has proposed as the setting for their filmed drama.
No, Phyllis. I'm afraid it just won't do. It isn't in the least like my own bedroom where the crime was committed.
Well, then we'll have to make the film in your room.
With Mother in the house? Oh, you don't know my mother.
We can wait until she's gone to bed. After all, it's going to be a silent film.
And if my mother wakes up?
If she wakes up, your father simply disappears. He can do that. We hide the camera before we let her in, and she finds the two of us alone in your father's room. That's all there'll be to find.
You know what she's going to think.
So, I don't care what she thinks, do you? Are you afraid of her, Doug?
Of course he is, my dear. Everybody's afraid of Gertrude.
Well, it's about time, Stanley. What took you so long?
Gertrude, can we just get this over with? I've had a stomach ache all day, and I don't think I've ever been this tired before in my whole life.
I don't want to talk in this house, Stanley.
But I came all the way over here because
I'll explain it to you later, somewhere else. I'm afraid of being overheard if we talk here.
Overheard? Is Doug home?
No, he isn't. He's out with that girl.
Well, then who's going to overhear us?
My husband, if you must know.
Edmund?
He's still in this house, Stanley. I can feel it. He's still here.
Gertrude, Edmund's dead. We buried him a few days ago.
He's here all the same. He's come back, Stanley.
Oh, if I didn't feel so lousy, that would almost be funny. You, of all people.
Maybe you won't think it's so funny when I tell you that Douglas saw him last night and talked to him.
I don't believe it.
Douglas says he did. He also says that Edmund is accusing you of smothering him with a pillow.
Doug said that?
He did.
But how would he know?
No, he wouldn't. Unless Edmund told him. Now, do you understand why I want to get out of this place?
The lights are still on in the living room. Stay in the shadow of these bushes, Phyllis.
What time does your mother usually go to bed?
Earlier than this, as a rule. It's almost 1 o'clock.
Your father's going to materialize in his room after we get there. Is that the plan?
Or before. He thought it'd be easier than... Wait a minute.
The light just went out.
We'll still have to give her some time. Funny, she didn't turn on her bedroom light first. She usually...
Shh. Somebody's coming out the front door.
I think it's... Yes, it's Mother. There's somebody with her. Uncle Stanley, it looks like. Built like him, at least.
He's fat.
Pretty portly, yes.
Where are they going?
Round to the garage, it looks like.
Beautiful. If they drive away somewhere in the car, it'll be a cinch to get inside.
Mother doesn't like to drive at night, but Uncle Stanley sometimes parks his car back by the garage. Come over here behind the bushes, so the lights won't catch you as they back out.
It's going to work, Doug. I have a feeling. We're going to do it, and it's going to work.
Pop?
Right here, Doug. They went out somewhere, she and Stanley.
Yes, we saw them go. Okay to turn the light on?
Sure.
All right, let's get started.
Well, now what do I have to do?
Just lie down on the bed and close your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Doug, you wrap a blanket or something around your middle so you'll look thick like your Uncle Stanley. Now, we'll have a run-through first. One should do that.
Now, who ever heard of anybody reenacting his own murder? A man shouldn't be asked to die more than once.
Oh, Stanley, you know I hate saloons.
Come on, Gertrude. There's nothing else open this time of night.
Oh.
Now, would you like to hear what I did today, or wouldn't you?
Oh, all right. Yes, of course I want to hear.
Well, it's not quite as good as we'd hoped. Everyone knows Edmund's dead, you see, and they know he was the holdout. They know you and I are ready to sell.
So?
So the price has gone down.
I might have known. You bungled it.
Gertrude, these people are not stupid. Branbury Glass is a small plant. It's a nuisance to the big companies, that's all.
The best offer I got was from Consolidated Bottling. $1 million and 3% of their common stock. Take it or leave it.
Well, I happen to know that Amalgamated once offered...
I said take it or leave it.
Oh. All right. $1 million's better than nothing.
Considerably. So can I go home and get some sleep?
Well, what still has to be done?
Consolidated has a board meeting scheduled for 10:30 tomorrow morning. I guess I'll have to be there for that. If the deal gets past the board, it'll go to the legal department and they'll draw up the papers. With luck, I might have something for you to sign tomorrow night.
All right, I guess that wraps it up. Pretty good, too, I think. That last take was very effective. Actually gave me the shivers.
Yeah, it gave me worse than that.
I just hope it does some good, that's all.
It will. It has to. We'd better get out of here while we still can.
Yes, I don't much want to see my mother just now.
Now, I'll have them develop and print this film tomorrow morning. Will you see if you can arrange for us to show it to them tomorrow night, Doug?
I'll try to get them together. I think it'd be just as well not to tell them why. I don't believe they'd be very interested right now in watching home movies.
They'll be interested, all right, once they see that first shot.
Hello?
This is Doug, Phyllis. I just had a talk with Mother. I'm calling from the drugstore now.
Is it all set up for us to show the film tonight?
Uncle Stanley's going to be at the house tonight at 8 o'clock. He hopes to have the papers for Mother to sign by then. It looks like tonight or never.
You didn't say anything to your mother about the film.
No. We'll just show up with it at the house and make them watch it. It's the only way I can think of.
Does he know?
My father? I'm not sure. I suspect he's pretty much in touch with what's going on, though.
I'm right here with you, son.
Right here? In the phone booth?
What did you say?
Ask her if I showed up all right on the film, Doug.
Phyllis, Pop's here with me, in the phone booth. He wants to know if he showed up all right on the film.
Perfectly. Just as well as you did.
It's funny. Somewhere I got the idea you couldn't take pictures of Class D spirits.
Doug, ask him if he's going to be there tonight when we show the film.
Pop, she wants to know...
I know, I heard. I'll be there in spirit, at least. I'm not sure that I'm up to facing your mother in the flesh.
You're 10 minutes late, Stanley.
I know.
Oh, come on in. Did you bring the papers?
They're all ready for your signature. I may go down to Florida myself when this is all over, or someplace, at least for a few weeks. I need the rest.
Well, there won't be anything to hold either of us in Branbury. Let me have the papers.
I got them right here in my attaché case. They had the whole legal department working on this thing.
Shh. Somebody outside.
I didn't hear any. Oh.
Hello, Mother. Uncle Stanley? You've both met Phyllis, haven't you?
We've met, yes.
We have something to show you, Mother. Oh, both of you.
I'm afraid it'll have to wait, Douglas. We're very busy right now.
Oh, not too busy for this, I hope.
It's a short piece of film. It doesn't run more than a few minutes.
Run? What is it you've got, Douglas?
A screen. And this is a projector. Won't take us a second to set it up.
Gertrude, why don't you just sign these papers and let me get out of here? I really don't feel well enough to watch any home movies tonight.
Oh, you'll be interested in this, Uncle Stanley. You especially.
This wall will do. Is it all right if I take this picture down?
No, it is not, young lady. And we don't have time for any of this nonsense. I want you...
Sure, take it down, Phyllis. Here, let me help you.
Douglas!
Oh, you'll find this fascinating, Mother. I guarantee it.
Okay, all set here. You can turn the lights out, Doug.
Douglas! What?
Oh, Lord.
Douglas, that's your father. How did you get...
Oh, there's more, Mother. Wait until you've seen it all.
It's me. Somehow they got pictures of it.
You'll notice that's a pillow Uncle Stanley has in his hands, Mother.
Where did you get this filthy thing?
Shut it off. I don't want to... I can't... Oh.
Shut that dreadful thing off.
You haven't seen the best part. There. You see? The pillow down over my father's face?
I told you to...
Okay, shut it off, Phyllis.
Stanley!
Here, let me get to him, Mother. There's no pulse. I'm afraid...
You killed him. You've killed my brother.
Oh, Doug.
A heart attack, I imagine.
Oh, Stanley, speak to me. I won't have this, do you understand? Speak to me.
It's no good, Mother.
Gertrude. Gertrude, can you hear me?
It's... Douglas, it's your father.
Yes.
Is he going to... Will he...
Oh. No, Edmund, go away. Go away. You're dead. Edmund.
And just about out of Class D. There's one thing, though, Gertrude.
Go away.
I will, Gertrude, but first, take those papers out of Stanley's attaché case. You know the papers I mean. There. Now tear them up.
I will not. The factory is mine now, and I have every right to sell it.
True. If you want me to haunt you for the rest of your life. Because I will...
If you were alive, you'd never get away with this.
Yes, but as you say, Gertrude, I'm dead. Tear them up, Gertrude. Thank you. Now, you're to put Doug in charge of Branbury Glass. In fact, I think it would be a good thing if you deeded the factory over to him. Yes, I think that would be best.
Now, you listen here.
And you may keep the house if you like. The liquid assets, I think, ought to be divided equally between the two of you. You see, Doug's going to need the money now that he and Phyllis are planning to be married.
I won't do it. According to your will.
Oh, I just made a new will, Gertrude. Weren't you listening? Or, of course, I could stay and haunt you.
All right. Now, go away. Oh, poor Stanley.
Yes, I am sorry about that in a way. At least, though, he won't be in Class D. He died a natural death. I'll be going now, Doug. I wish you and Phyllis long life and happiness.
We won't be seeing you again?
No, not as long as your mother keeps her promise. It's better that way, really. Remember me, though. I hope you'll remember me.
I won't forget him.
Phyllis and I will be around to remind you, if you ever should.
And so the father is avenged, and free at last to take his final rest. The mother? Well, the ghost of Hamlet's father said to Hamlet, "Taint not thy mind, nor let thy soul contrive against thy mother aught. Leave her to heaven, and to those thorns that in her bosom lodge do prick and sting her." I'll return, in the flesh, of course, in a few minutes. The Branbury Glass Factory was never sold, and Doug Cardwell, since taking over its management, has made a very good thing of it. Branbury is still a thriving little town, with no more than the usual concern over unemployment. Doug and Phyllis live in the old house now, and Doug's mother wears a lovely Florida tan. His father has never had occasion to return. Our cast included Will Mackenzie, Jennifer Harmon, Grace Matthews, Joe Silver, and Leon Janney. The entire production was under the direction of Hyman Brown.
Marshall, inviting you to return to our Mystery Theater for another adventure in the macabre. Until next time, pleasant dreams.
The CBS Radio Mystery Theater presents... Come in. Welcome. I'm E.G. Marshall. It is said that fine feathers do not make fine birds. It is also claimed that you cannot judge a book by its cover. Unfortunately, both these trenchant observations have been consigned to the limbo of wise sayings that are constantly being disregarded. Birds, books, and even people are always being judged by their appearance. The sad truth is that the overwhelming majority of us will choose a beautiful fool over a homely philosopher. Well, that's life. And sometimes that's death.
Did you kill him? Well... Never mind well. Did you kill him? Answer yes or no.
I'm not sure.
What do you mean you're not sure?
I really don't know.
Did you buy a knife?
Yes.
Are those your fingerprints on the knife?
Yes.
Then how can you deny that you killed him?
I admit it looks bad for me, Mars.
Bad? It looks terrible.
The only thing that makes me doubt that I'm a murderer... No, I can't tell you.
You must tell me.
Well, promise not to laugh.
I promise.
Morris, there is one thing I could never do. Now you have to believe me. I could never kill a man who wore a pink shirt.
Our mystery drama, The Rape of the Maya, was written especially for the Mystery Theater by Sam Dan and stars Arnold Stang and Norman Rose. It is sponsored in part by Anheuser-Busch Incorporated, Brewers of Budweiser, and Buick Motor Division. I'll be back shortly with Act One. Beware, said Henry David Thoreau, of all enterprises that require new clothes. That was all very well for Henry T., who liked to live single-o at Walden Pond, where he could commune with frogs and flowers and field mice. My Lord, if everybody had that attitude toward new clothes, what would happen to a certain little world that lies within the confines of Manhattan Island, a universe in microcosm, which is simply known as 7th Avenue? But enough philosophy. You tune us in for action, we'll give you action. A most beautiful young girl is walking down 7th Avenue near 37th Street. She is clad in a stunning, shimmering, flowing dress. It is a dress to inflame the imagination and arouse the passions. And here is a young man who has been obviously aroused and inflamed because, without warning, he grabs her.
Let go of me! Who are you? What?
That's mine. Now that is mine.
Take your hands off
that
me.
Gown. Where did you get that gown?
Oh, scream.
Take that dress off. It's mine.
Help!
No, don't scream.
There's a maniac. Help me.
Now just listen, you fool.
You're choking me.
Yes, I'm choking you. I have to make you stop screaming. Now look, you're an intelligent girl. Now you must promise to be good. No, don't open your mouth. Just listen. I'm gonna let go of you. See? Now, take off that dress.
Thank you, officer. I shall call when I require your services again.
I'll kill him. I'll destroy him utterly.
Vaughn, it's too early in the morning to talk about killing.
He stole the Maya. He stole the Maya.
All right, so he stole the Maya.
Oh, sure, you could say, all right. Is the Maya your inspired vision? Was the Maya distilled from your blood? You fat Philistine.
I'm trying to lose weight.
I shall assassinate that depraved thief.
You'll be out of here by lunchtime.
I'll let out his heart's blood.
Now, Vaughn, we have to get back to work. The show is in 13 days. I need another design.
Morris. How can you speak of new designs? I lie here violated, ravaged, distraught.
Give me something I can produce for $49.95.
Leave me, Morris, with my grief.
A simple little frock with a collar. Vaughn, what do you think about a collar?
Oh, that viper. That viper. I allowed him to sit at my feet, basking in the rays of my creativity.
I got it. Let's bring back the Peter Pan collar.
And that infamous wretch plunges a poison dagger into my back.
Vaughn, listen to me. The reason you're getting off easy, I saw that girl's father last night. I thought if I would explain to him about the Maya...
The rape of the Maya.
How you designed this gorgeous dress, and for only $39.95.
Be my witness, Myers. The dagger he plunged into my back is the dagger I shall thrust into his heart.
But I take a look at the father, a giant, a hard hat. When I say who I am, he says, "What do you want?" I'm telling you, if looks could kill, I'd be a corpse.
To design the Maya. Maya, daughter of Atlas and Diana. I was inspired by the ancient gods themselves.
But I explained to him how you created such a masterpiece and had it stolen from you by your best friend, who turns around and sells it to another manufacturer. Why, this big giant, you know what? He just sat down and cried.
Through the heart, through his false, perfidious heart, I shall stab him.
So, no charges, everything's fixed.
I shall rid the world of an abomination that calls itself Perry Fullerton.
You come right back to work this afternoon.
I shall never take pencil in hand again. Leave me with my grief.
All right. God! You know, Vaughn, when I heard that you were arrested for attacking a girl, well, how could I believe it?
Harry.
Sally Joe, I have to talk to you.
Oh, well?
Sally Joe, I'm in trouble.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Sugar.
What I mean is, real trouble.
Oh, I'm genuinely sorry to hear that.
Oh, it's a bad scene. Oh, it's total trouble.
Oh, Perry, honey.
Have you seen Adrian?
Adrian?
Yes, if Adrian finds me, I'll...
Harry, Sugar, now why should you be scared?
I need $500, like right now.
But you got $500. You took that adorable little Maya dress over to the man at Personality Fox, and he gave you $500 in nice new bills.
He did.
Well, then you have the $500.
Well,
well, what?
He don't have the 500.
Adrian.
Yeah, it's Adrian.
Sally Joe, what is he doing here?
What am I doing here? I pay the rent. That's what I'm doing here.
Well, now, that's not really true.
It ain't. Perry owes me 500. So he's paying your rent with my money.
Adrian, let me explain.
What's to explain? You just come up with 5 big bills which you owe me. Dig into them green pants of yours.
They're aqua.
And hand over the dough.
Well, I have the money.
I don't like where this is headed.
But do you know the shoddy way they make things today?
You ain't gonna like it either.
Well, there's a hole in my pocket, you see? And the money just slipped out.
I'll tell you where the dough slipped out. You stopped off on the way down here. You laid the whole 500 on some nag.
That's not true.
The race is over, but your nag is still running.
Now, Adrian, don't press me.
You see this little slip of paper? Read it.
Nobody pushes me around.
Everybody pushes you around, punk. Read what it says on the paper.
Maya, 500 PF. Well?
That's your marker. You put 500 on her nose and she come in dead last.
Maya, how could a horse named Maya lose? Vaughn and I designed a gown called Maya.
Vaughn and you? Oh, now, Sugar.
Oh, you're always trying to put me down, Sally. Joe, Vaughn warned me about you.
Shut up. She's on your side. She showed you how to raise 500 by stealing the dress design. But the natural-born sucker like you can't pass by a betting parlor or a bookie. You must have dropped the whole 500.
I told you there was a hole in my pocket.
The money burned the hole in it. You treat yourself pretty good on my dough, don't you? Punk. You must have paid $50-$60 for that red shirt.
It's pink. Flamingo pink.
You don't make a sucker out of me.
Adrian, Sugar, you're raising your voice.
This punk, I'm gonna kill him.
that won't get you your $500.
It'll get me something else, satisfaction.
Adrian, you can't afford to kill a person just for satisfaction.
Why not? Why can't a guy do something just because he wants to? I'm human. I got needs.
Adrian.
Hey, now, you've got to fold up that knife.
Adrian.
You don't want to kill me.
But I do.
I'll pay you.
You ain't never gonna pay me.
No, but I will. I swear I will.
You had the money.
I know. And on the way down here, well, I heard about a good thing in the 5th at Starlight Park at 8-1. Oh, his name was Clothes Horse. Can you imagine? Clothes Horse, and I'm a designer.
You're an assistant designer.
So I thought, well, I'd have enough to pay you back plus. Clothes Horse. Oh, if you were me, wouldn't you bet your life on Clothes Horse?
Do you know what you are? You are a hunch better.
Oh, yes, indeed. I am a hunch better.
You know what happens to hunch betters? They die broke, you understand?
Oh, yes, indeed, I do. They die broke.
So, as long as you're broke, why shouldn't you die now?
No, I swear to you, Adrian, I'll get that money. I'll pay you back, only please don't kill me.
Oh, I don't know. How can a soft-hearted guy like me expect to get anywhere in this world?
Oh, believe me, Adrian. Forget what you hear. Nice guys do finish first.
So, I ain't gonna kill you.
Oh, and you won't regret it. I'll pay you back every cent.
But just to make sure you remember, I'm gonna carve a little mark.
No, you keep away.
On the right side of that chin of yours.
Adrian, no.
Stand still.
No, I won't.
Don't try to fight him, Perry. Now, don't.
Let go of my arm, punk.
No, I won't let you kick me.
I said let go.
No, don't kill him.
Hold still. You're getting off cheap.
You killed him.
I told him to stand still. It was his own fault.
Oh, the blood. Look at that blood all over his shirt.
Who's that?
Open up, Perry Fullerton. I know you're in there. Open the door and face me.
Keep still or go away.
The door.
What about the door?
Perry Fullerton, you have raped the mayor. You shall reap the whirlwind.
The door. It isn't locked. Oh, what'll we do if he turns the knob?
In this package, I have a gift for you. Come, let me look at your face as I unwrap it. Perry Fullerton, you forgot to lock your door against fate. You're a dead man. I'm gonna.
Why, he just fainted.
You know this creep?
Well, sure, of course. His name is Vaughn.
Oh, not anymore, it ain't. It's just been changed.
It has?
To Patsy. Leave me make a few arrangements.
Thank you, officer. Tell me, isn't this where I came in? Vaughn, you know what they say. They say you killed him.
Yes.
The door was open. A neighbor passed by. They say you were lying there unconscious on the floor next to him.
Yes.
The knife with the switchblade with blood on it was in your hand.
Yes.
They say you had the motive.
Yes.
And so when you add all this together, it proves you killed him. That's what they say.
Yes, Morris, that's what they say.
But Vaughn, you know what I say. I say I don't believe a word they say.
Why, Morris, why?
Because I believe you're innocent. I refuse point blank to believe them.
No, Morris, believe them.
What are you saying? Why should I believe?
Because they happen to be right. I'm guilty.
Guilty? Vaughn, how can you even say such a thing?
Because, Morris, it's true.
Oh, no. No, not you.
I killed him.
I can't believe it. How could a person like you kill another human being?
What a pointed and pertinent question. How could Vaughn have done it? Especially since we were present and know full well how matters went. The usual procedure is for the guilty to claim innocence. Here, on the other hand, is an innocent who claims guilt. Well, that's why we have a second act. so we can turn the screw even tighter. Maya was the name of the ancient Greek goddess of fertility. Maya is also the name of a sleek 3-year-old racehorse who is still considered a maiden, meaning she hasn't won yet. And finally, Maya is the name of a beautiful gown designed by Vaughan Lemaire. Well, the goddess named Maya inspired the gown, but the racehorse named Maya inspired a losing bet, which produced a chain of circumstances, the latest link of which finds our poor Vaughan Lemaire in prison, charged with murder.
Listen, Vaughan, a nut you probably are, but a murderer? Definitely not.
Oh, how little we know the inner heart of another human being.
Don't start up with me, Vaughan. I know you.
Oh, Morris, like Diogenes, you seek so desperately for the minuscule speck of what is good in man.
Did you kill him?
Did I kill him?
Say yes or no.
Yes.
I don't believe it. Look me in the eye and say yes.
Yes.
I still don't believe it.
Why? Why won't you believe
Will
it?
you stop being stubborn? You want to sit in the electric chair? You didn't kill him, and that's all there is to it.
Morris, accept reality.
You talk to me about reality.
Oh, poor Morris, the eternal optimist. You so desperately want to believe in the essential goodness of man, but man is evil. The flesh is wicked. I have the brand of Cain, the murderer's mark.
What are you talking about? How could you kill anybody? You faint at the sight of blood.
Yes, that's true. But you don't see the blood until afterward.
Okay, Mr. Wise Guy. Wind up in the chair with the wires and the metal cap.
I decided to kill him. I purchased the knife. I went to the apartment, and I killed him. You must accept it, Morris.
No.
Oh, poor Morris. Poor, loyal, loving Morris.
You mean you killed him? You really actually killed him?
Now, please, you mustn't feel so badly.
I'll get you a lawyer.
Now, please, Morris, not your son-in-law.
Sheldon's a wonderful lawyer.
I don't want a wonderful lawyer.
Why not?
He might get me acquitted.
That would be bad?
I'm guilty. I must pay for my crime.
Vaughan, is there anything you need?
Solitude. I must compose the speech.
What speech?
When the judge will say, Vaughan Lemire, do you have anything to say before sentence is passed upon you? I intend to be ready.
Yeah. I tell you, Vaughan, after they made you, they threw away the model. Lieutenant Valentine.
What can I do for you, Mr.
Goodman. Morris Goodman of Goodman Originals. We're almost neighbors. I hate to bother you in the middle of a working day.
Oh, that's perfectly all right, Mr. Goodman. We at your police department are public servants, constantly at your disposal.
It's about Vaughan Lemaire.
Oh, yes. Vaughan Lemaire. Are you a blood relative?
Well, I'm closer than that. He's my designer.
Well, how may I help you?
Well, I just can't believe he would commit a murder.
Why can't you believe it?
Well, because
people we know do not commit murder, correct? Murderers are subhuman, evil, strange.
But he's such a gentle person. He's crazy, maybe, but...
Yes, but there's an extensive literature on the subject. Now, are you familiar with Kovalevsky's theory of supportive denial?
No, I'm not sure.
Well, in a situation where the accused is an outwardly gentle, law-abiding person who does not fulfill the normal stereotype of the psychotic with homicidal tendencies, his immediate personal community will weave a protective web.
Yes, I think I understand.
Yes, to protect the murderer, yes, but also to protect their own emotional investment in him.
Yes, but even so...
Well, our faith in a cause, in a belief in another human being dies hard. But fact, as Trevelyan wrote, is usually the killer of faith. So, motive? Under Perry Fullerton's body, this slip of paper. Please read it.
Maya, 500, P.F.
A note to himself. Now, how he could get $500 from PF, Personality Frocks, or the Maya, which he did.
Yes.
The knife itself, switchblade, blood-stained, and with his fingerprints on the handle.
Yes. Tell me, what's in that box? The one with the gift wrapping. It looks like something he bought at Julio's down the street.
Inside this gift wrap box was nothing.
Why would he bring a gift-wrapped box with nothing inside?
For a symbolic reason. Perhaps because what he was truly bringing Perry Fullerton was death.
Yes.
And finally, this document, his confession, fully and freely given, in which he admits the murder. Well, Mr. Goodman?
To
prove murder, we must show the accused is guilty beyond the shadow of a doubt. Now, are you still in that shadow, Mr. Goodman?
No. No, you're right. I didn't want to believe it, but how long can I insist the earth is flat? Thank you, Lieutenant. Thank you, officer.
Morris!
I came over as fast as I could. Now, what is the matter, Vaughn? You're so excited.
Morris, I'm being framed.
For what?
For murder. I didn't kill Perry Fullerton.
Yes, you did.
Who says so?
Who? You. You convinced me that you killed him. The knife, the fingerprints.
I thought I killed him.
You thought? How could you think?
Because I was making a natural assumption.
Oh, is that so?
I had every intention of killing him. Therefore, I went to Julio's. I purchased a knife. I went to the apartment. The next thing I knew, I was lying there beside his dead body on the floor, the knife in my hand. And so, wouldn't it be natural to assume that I had accomplished my mission and killed him?
Yes, it would be natural.
But this morning, as I awoke from troubled slumber, I realized that I did not kill him.
How could you realize?
That when I walked inside the door, he was already lying dead on the floor, and I fainted at the sight of the blood.
No, Vaughn. You convinced me the other day.
2 people were standing there in that room.
Oh, yes, I know. And they had just gotten off from a flying saucer. Oh, please, Vaughn.
I didn't kill him. Sally Joe. You know Sally Joe. She used to be our model. I fired her because she became obese.
Or maybe she put on a little weight, but obese.
She was standing there with Adrian.
Vaughn, who could believe such a story?
A person who calls himself my friend could believe it.
Oh, I can't keep up with you. One day you're guilty, the next day you're innocent.
All right. Let me prove it to you that I am innocent. I went to Julio's to purchase the knife. It was a Damascene blade.
Oh, please.
This was to be the most artistic and exquisite killing in the entire history of personal assassination.
Oh, even when you talk about a knife, it makes me...
I would confront him and I would say, I have a gift. I shall unwrap it. I shall present it. Point first. And I would. But I fainted. You yourself, you know I faint at the sight of blood.
Sheldon says it won't be too bad. You can plead temporary insanity.
But you see, I couldn't have killed him unless and until I could make him change his shirt.
Now, what is this?
Morris, his shirt was flamingo pink. His blood was bright red. Well, truthfully, the sight of that atrocious clash in colors is what made me pass out.
But as you said yourself, the blood you don't see till afterwards.
No, Morris, not I. Had he been alive when I entered the flat, had I held the knife to his breast, I would have seen the red blood before it gushed forth to stain the pink shirt. I, a designer, see things before they exist.
Well, then, Vaughn, how...
Morris! Have you ever known me to mix pink and red? Have you? Oh, I'm ill. I just can't think of it.
Vaughn, will you please shut up? A person can't hear himself think.
Morris, have I ever lied to you?
Oh, constantly. And I don't mind. It's part of your genius.
I wanted to kill him. I bought the knife, but I never even unwrapped the package. He was dead when I got there. I'm innocent, Morris.
Vaughn.
Believe me, Morris. You must believe me.
I understand, Mr. Goodman, and there is also an extensive literature on that subject.
Is that so, Lieutenant?
Have you read Feuerbacher on immaculate cancellation?
Well, I couldn't be sure.
Unwilling to face the fact of murder, the worst of crimes, The subject will cancel the memory and thus cleanse himself of guilt.
What you're saying is he's telling a lie.
Because he cannot face the enormity of the deed.
Mm-hmm. One thing he said made sense. He couldn't stab a man who was wearing a bright pink shirt. The colors would clash.
You're saying he wouldn't violate his artistic principles?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Why not? He was willing to violate his moral ones.
I believe him.
Here is the knife with his fingerprints.
I know, but yet he says he brought it there in that box and never even took it out.
Fingerprints, blood stains. These are the facts which tell us otherwise.
The knife. Oh, wait. It's a switchblade knife, no?
Yes.
It's not what you would call highly artistic?
No, but you would call it highly effective.
This is the knife he bought?
Why not? It's good enough to do the job.
You lied to me.
I swear to you, Morris, I told you the truth.
What is this nonsense about an artistic knife with a whatever you call it, blade?
It's true.
I saw the knife. It had your fingerprints on
Somebody placed them there while I was unconscious.
It was a common, ordinary, everyday switchblade knife that any common, ordinary, everyday hoodlum would use.
Impossible. Here, I'll show you. I have the sales slip from Julio. Well, I don't have it with me. They took everything out of my pocket.
Vaughn, please, you should really tell me the truth.
But it's true. Ask Julio. He'll tell you. Just ask Julio.
You know, Vaughn, he walks up the aisle and down the aisle and pounds his fist on the counter. He's going to kill Perry Fullerton. Can I sell him a knife?
And so you sold him a knife. Oh, Julio. How could you sell him a knife? He was behaving like a maniac.
Morris, how can you say such a thing about me?
But you did sell him the knife. You knew he was ready to kill, and you sold him a knife.
I sold it to him, and I didn't sell it to him.
At the same time?
At one at the same time.
You realize we're discussing a physical impossibility?
Listen to how clever I did it. He picks out this dagger. Genuine, made in Toledo, not Ohio, Spain.
Continue.
And he wants it gift wrapped.
This much I know without you.
What you don't know is how I gift wrap it. I gave it to Regina.
Oh, she still works? I thought she got married.
On the receipt, I write the letters C-O-P.
Cop. That spells cop.
It also stands for cooling off period. When I sell an angry person a weapon, I make sure he don't walk out of the store with it so he can commit murder on the spot.
So what do?
I give the signal to Regina not to put it in the box. So she gift wraps an empty package. A day or two later, the customer comes back, but he ain't angry enough to kill anybody anymore.
So what you're telling me is he walked out of here without the knife.
A great idea, Morris, no?
So he never used it to kill Perry.
How could he use it to kill Perry? Still in the store.
Then he was telling me the truth. He didn't kill Perry. But how is such a thing possible?
Well, you knew it all along. But then, of course, you were there when it happened. Remember, Morris is trying to put it all together out of thin air, and he isn't even a police officer. What is Morris going to do to convince people of Vaughn's innocence? With ethereal characters like Vaughn, there's really nothing solid to hold on to. Yesterday, Vaughn was guilty. Today, he's innocent. Will the pendulum swing again tomorrow? We still have a third act. Perry Fullerton cheated two people. He stole a design from Vaughn Lemaire, and he welched on a bet he owed to bookmaker Adrian Smollett. Both Vaughn and Adrian were furious enough to kill him, and while Adrian committed the murder, poor Vaughn is getting the blame, thus proving the old proverb, the early bird gets the credit.
But, Lieutenant, he didn't even have a knife.
I'm afraid he did, Mr. Goodman. It's here on the table.
That isn't the knife he bought from Julio. Julio didn't put the knife in the package.
Precisely, Mr. Goodman. And when Vaughn discovered the package was empty, he picked up another knife, this knife, the bloodstained knife with his fingerprints on it.
But he swears that he saw Sally Joe Crabtree and Mr. Adrian Smollett. They were in the room. And Perry was already dead on the floor when he arrived.
There is an extensive literature on the subject, Mr. Goodman.
I should have known.
Have you heard Tillinghast on compulsive psychotic association?
No.
Well, I suppose you could say it means misery loves company. A man in trouble tries to involve others.
You say he's lying, huh?
He's fantasizing.
But he says he saw them.
We asked Miss Crabtree and Mr. Smollett to come in for questioning.
And what happened?
They were out of town these past 3 days. They only returned this morning.
Lieutenant, I am a judge of character. I tell you, and you heard it here first, that Vaughn Lemaire is not guilty.
Morris.
Hello, Julio.
Morris, when a man eats lunch, he should have a smile on his face.
With this weight on my heart, how can I have a smile on my face?
Vaughn?
Julio, he was like a son to me.
He was a good designer. I say that much for him. What do you mean was? You talk like he's dead. They're going to put him away, Morris. He's open and close.
While there is life, there's hope. But is that enough?
Hey, listen. Do you want to bet on a horse?
Did I ever bet on a horse in my life?
You things, Morris. That's the secret of keeping young. This is a horse you, in particular, should bet on.
Be good enough to explain why I should violate the principles of a lifetime.
Because of the horse's name.
Yes?
This horse is called Maya. M-A-I-A.
Hey, that was the name of Vaughn's design.
There's a horse called Maya also.
I never heard of him.
I think he's a horse.
You mean lady horses also run, along with the men?
That's why I understand.
Huh? Only in America?
No, Puerto Rico too.
A horse called Maya. I can't get over it.
Regina, she read the papers a lot.
I always said she was an intelligent girl.
She read the one ads to find a job for her husband.
The actor.
The one ads are near the racing pages. And there, she sees a horse named Maya. He's going to race at Southern Gardens.
I never heard of it.
Me neither. He's somewhere in Louisiana.
Maya is also a racehorse. Aha.
Aha, what?
Well, right now it's only aha. Maybe later it'll be something else.
Morris, I swear to you, I did not kill him.
But he is dead.
Well, of course he's dead.
Then somebody had to kill him.
But it wasn't me.
Then who else could it be?
Are you asking me, Morris?
Is there somebody else sitting in this cell that I could ask?
By a detective.
Am I? For the last week, I haven't been in the shop even.
I don't know who could have killed him.
Tell me, did he owe money?
He's dead, and I must protect his name.
Then I say goodbye right now.
Morris, he didn't know what he was doing. You see, he was desperate. He needed $500. I refused him. That's why. That's why he stole the Maya.
Tell me, did he bet on horses?
Oh, can't we leave his memory green?
Yes or no?
Oh, yes. Morris, why this inquisition?
This man, this Adrian Smollett, what does he do?
I think he's a gambler.
Aha! Now it fits. Now it's a perfect size 10.
What are you saying, Morris?
But my problem is, how do I sell it?
Be right with you, sugar. Oh, it's Morris.
May I come in?
Well, certainly, Morris.
Well, it's a very nice-looking place.
Well, thank you, Morris.
I haven't had a chance yet to say how sorry I am about Perry. After all, you and Perry...
Thank you again, Morris. You're so sweet.
I wonder, could you do me a small favor?
Why, I'd be delighted, Morris.
Well, you see, this is something new to me.
Well, you sound like a man who's going to attempt something naughty.
Oh, well, Sally Joe, for me it would be naughty. I think I want to bet on a horse.
Morris.
Well, shouldn't a man have some fun from life?
Well, absolutely.
I was reading in the papers, and I saw the name of a horse. It runs somewhere, I don't know, way down in the south.
Oh, honey, they're the best.
A horse named, I can't get over it. Could you believe the name of this horse?
Well, Sugar, I'd have to know it first, wouldn't I?
Maya.
Maya. But that's...
That's what?
Oh, nothing. It's just a coincidence.
Isn't it? True, it was stolen. No, let us not say that. He's dead, poor Perry. Let him rest. Anyhow, it was Vaughan's greatest design. And now I see a horse named Maya. Isn't this fate?
Let me see the paper, Sugar. Oh, yeah, here she is at Southern Gardens. Oh, my goodness, she's running at 32 to 1.
Is that a fact? So let me see now. For $500...
$500?
I should get back $16,000. Well, it'll make up a little bit for what we lost on the Maya.
You want to bet $500?
Is it too small a bet?
No. I think it's just fine.
I was wondering if you could do me a favor.
Oh, yes, of course, the favor.
Well, you see, I don't know any bookmakers. I mean, after all.
Oh, I understand.
So I was wondering if you...
Well, certainly. You want me to call one?
On the telephone? It was like a taxi cab.
Oh, well, it's the easiest thing doing. You just pick up the phone and there you get right through. Now, you hold on just a minute.
Yeah?
Salad Joe. A gentleman's here. Wants to place a little bet.
A chump?
18 carat.
Good for the dough.
A very solid individual.
Put him on.
Morris?
Oh, yes, thank you. Hello? With whom am I speaking?
That don't matter. Just say your piece.
Oh, there's a horse called Maya.
Running into fifth at Southern Gardens, 32 to 1 and carrying 106 pounds. How much you want?
Will $500 be all right?
To win?
Of course, to win. What then, to lose?
Post times in 10 minutes. 500 on Maya. What's your initials?
Morris Goodman, M.G.
Stay near that phone. I'll call you back.
It's for you, Sugar. Answer it.
Hello, Morris Goodman speaking.
She run out of the money.
Oh, what does that mean?
It means you lose.
Oh.
It also means you gotta pay me 5 big bills.
Yeah, I understand.
You got it on you?
Would I bet if I didn't?
You are a man in a million. Stay there. I'll be right over.
Coming.
You got my 500?
Ah, what a business. How quick money changes hands.
You're new, huh? You got my 5?
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah?
How could you prove I made such a bet?
I got it written down.
You write down every time somebody makes a bet with you.
Don't you keep a record in your business who owes what?
Well, I got an accountant. I keep books. What have you got?
I got slips.
Slips?
Slips of paper. Do you deny you made the bet?
Oh, no, I made it.
Then hand over my 5.
Could I see my slip first?
What do you want it for?
Oh, a souvenir.
Okay. Yeah.
Maya, 500 MG. Huh. It's an expensive slip of paper.
Yeah. Come on, Morris. Hand over my dough.
You are under arrest, Adrian.
What?
Sugar.
What kind of joke?
It's no joke. I'm serious.
You chump. Did you ring in a cop on me?
Sugar, it's Morris Goodman.
I am making what is known as a citizen's arrest. Any citizen is
Listen,
empowered
I don't like this. Give me my dough or you're going to like it a lot less.
I am arresting you for the murder of Perry Fullerton.
Hey, wait a minute.
Now, you want to be careful, Mr. Goodman.
Listen, Morris, I can take a joke.
You were here and you killed him.
You're crazy.
Vaughn says he saw both of you here.
Why shouldn't he say that?
It's his word against ours.
We were in Atlantic City.
Well, you make sure you can prove it. Where did you stay, huh? With whom? Have you got receipts, tickets?
I think I'm gonna have to take care of this chump.
Don't be crazy, Hadrian. What can he prove?
I can prove that this slip of paper of yours is exactly the same as the one that was found on the floor under Perry Fullerton's body. It's the exact same paper, the exact same handwriting. Yours.
Oh, I gotta kill this clown now.
Lieutenant Valentine thinks it's a note Perry wrote to himself. He thinks Maya 500 PF means Personality Frocks would pay him $500 for the Maya. But this is a bet slip. Your slip. PF is Perry Fullerton.
He's too smart, too smart.
You can't kill him here.
No, we'll take him someplace quiet. All right, you get moving, chump, and don't make a noise.
You certainly have enough knives.
Just stay close to me and shut up. Where's everybody going?
Look out for him, Julio.
He's no trouble. You saw Morris with one hand. What are we doing?
We're making a citizen's arrest.
Hey, that's fun. We should do this more often.
No, thanks. Once is enough for me. Lieutenant, how fast can I get Vaughn out? He has to get back to work.
Oh, the papers won't take more than half an hour.
Our fall showing is less than a week away.
Tell me, Mr. Goodman, how were you able to perceive the salient facts? How could you, in the face of all this apparent evidence, believe that Vaughn was innocent?
Well, Lieutenant, how could he mix red with pink?
There must have been something else.
Well, Lieutenant, there's an extensive literature written on the subject. Have you ever heard the poem that says, "Let me clasp his hand and call him friend, and I'll stand by his side till the bitter end"?
Who wrote that?
Who do you think? Morris Goodman.
This has been a story of friends. Friends who were loyal and friends who were false. Friends. They make living possible, but also can make living impossible. The book tells us that a faithful friend is the medicine of life. And while medicines cure, they can also kill. Friends, for better, for worse, who can do without them? Since we cannot do without you, I shall be back in just a few moments. Vanity of vanity, said the preacher. All is vanity. And our story was based on one of mankind's greatest vanities, the adornment of the body. And yet, is it so sinful for a woman to wish to appear lovely? After all, isn't a well-dressed woman sweeter to look upon? Besides, it gives gainful employment to so many people. And it has given us a subject for a tale of murder. Our cast included Arnold Stang, Norman Rose, Jackson Beck, Earl Hammond, and Joan Shea. The entire production was under the direction of Hyman Brown. And now, a preview of our next tale.
For some purpose, this man of science is making a study of you. I know that look of his. I have seen that cold illumination as he bends over a bird, a mouse, a butterfly, which, in pursuit of some experiment, he has killed by the perfume of a flower. Now, if you know him not, how should he know you?
I would only be surmising, and it is a subject I would rather not pursue.
And an acquaintance you had better not either. For heed me carefully, Signor Giovanni. I would stake my life that if you are not already one of Rappaccini's inhuman experiments, you are marked for it.
Radio Mystery Theater was sponsored in part by Buick Motor Division and Anheuser-Busch Incorporated, brewers of Budweiser. This is E.G. Marshall inviting you to return to our Mystery Theater for another adventure in the macabre. Until next time, pleasant dreams.
And now, Mystery Theater.
Come in. Welcome. I'm E.G. Marshall. Yes, it is rather dark in here. You see, we never turn on the lights. We don't need any. At Radio Mystery Theater, all we illuminate is your imagination. But do not be concerned. Although it has been said that when one is alone, in the darkness, one hears strange things.
Let those who enter these hallowed halls be cursed. None shall look upon the sacred golden cauldron of the druids.
A strange voice. A voice from the moldering past. What has a sacred golden cauldron and the strange cult of the ancient druids to do with our story? Even the mention of the word druid evokes a frightening display of pyrotechnics from the atmosphere. Why does contemporary man still fear prehistoric rituals from the past?
Brad, please don't ask the old man any more questions. Look at his face. It's beginning to turn darker than the storm outside.
Forgive me if my questions are in bad taste, sir. My interest in crime is a hobby, as is my interest in the occult.
They would not make light of the power of the druids, Mr. Spencer. It reaches out beyond the confines of this castle, beyond Stonehenge, beyond the grave.
Our mystery drama, The Golden Cauldron, was written especially for the Mystery Theater by Ralph Goodman and stars Paul Hecht. Golden Cauldron? The power of the druids reaching out beyond the grave? In this, the 20th century? Come with me to Albion Castle, a crumbling remnant of the past as it exists today. A storm rages outside, but safe for the moment are two American tourists who have come here for a skeptical look into the legend of the Druids. In the great hall of the castle, above the fireplace, there is a graven image of a Druid god. There is something hypnotic about this strange carved deity that is being examined by Brad Spencer, a young man who does not frighten easily. And yet, the statue is holding Brad in its spell.
Well, Brad, I see you've met the lord of the castle. The likeness of the all-powerful Celtic god.
Is that what he looked like, Peter?
Well, I've never seen him, but when I guide the tour groups around Stonehenge, that's the face I describe.
Looks rather frightening, doesn't he?
The tourists love it. Fits the moody climate.
Let's change the subject, Peter. Maybe the weather will improve.
Don't tell me this druid nonsense is getting to you.
No, of course not. It might worry Dennis. You don't know how his childish mind functions. Come to think of it, I'm not too sure how it functions myself.
As long as he can earn enough money to afford that brand new Rolls Royce you two arrived in, I'm sure you don't care.
That's true. I'm a sponge. Soak up the wealth I find around me. Never work if I can help it. But Dennis is no worse than I am. He didn't earn his millions. He inherited them.
I can't wait to meet him.
How the tour's going?
Jammed as usual this time of year. But I'm beginning to lose interest.
Not in Stonehenge.
Oh, no. That always fascinates me, just as this image of their Celtic god seems to fascinate you.
You may be bored with your work, Peter, but I find this crumbling old castle an endless source of amusement.
Amusement?
Research, old buddy. You may be interested to know that I'm getting close to the solution of the ancient Albion mystery.
Don't tell me you're still checking out that old legend.
Legend, Peter? Or fact? You must have picked up a lot of information about the Druids that could be of help in clearing up the strange legend about the tragic death of the Archdruid Albion and his secret love, the beautiful Helen.
I wouldn't discuss it here if I were you.
Brad, where are you?
Here, Dennis.
Oh, thank heaven. I thought I was alone in this spooky place. What's going on out there? An atomic blast?
Relax, Mr. Wentworth. Just one of our usual summer evening showers.
Oh. You know my name? I mean, you had most of it, only you left out the third.
The third?
Yeah, Dennis Wentworth the third. Don't think grandfather was happy with the first two.
That's why he left his fortune to Dennis.
Well, it's not a fortune, but it's enough. I think I'll go back to my room.
Now, wait. We're going to have some brandy.
Look, I'll be out in a minute, as soon as I change my shirt. Oh, make mine a double.
Now to get back to the legend.
No need to get the facts secondhand. That old car out there, the one that just pulled up in the driveway?
Yeah?
It belongs to Siculus.
Who?
Siculus. Siculus Lothbridge, one of the oldest residents of this area. Some believe he was once an archdruid himself.
You don't say. I'd like to meet him.
You will. He haunts this castle.
Haunts it?
A nice old guy, but a sort of fanatic. Knew the Albion clan personally, they say. He keeps coming up here in search of the Lost Cauldron.
Lost Cauldron?
Yeah, the Golden Cauldron engraved with the head of a Celtic god. He believes it's buried with the skeletons of Albion and the witch Helen.
Now I know I want to meet him.
The housekeeper will make the introductions. We're very formal around here.
Basil, we have guests. Please attend to the front door.
Yes, Mistress Margaret.
Siculus, so good of you to give this young lady a lift from the inn.
Oh, yes, in all this downpour. You have no idea how I appreciate this.
Oh, it has been my pleasure. Youth and beauty has always brightened the eyes of the ancients.
You mean like the beautiful Helen affected those who looked upon her?
Who is this stranger?
Don't be angry, Siculus. He's a guest, a visitor from America. He meant no insult.
None at all. Peter, Mr. Brooke here was just discussing an old Druid legend, and I was...
Oh, this is Mr. Brad Spencer. You, of course, know Peter.
Yes. We have spoken on occasion.
Mr. Spencer, this is Siculus Lothbridge, a respected elder of our community.
Most happy to meet you, sir.
See to the young girl, Margaret. She is chilled to the marrow.
Yes, Siculus. Basil, take the young lady's bags to the upper floor.
Oh, just a moment, please. I don't mean to cause any trouble, but my letter specified a room off the Great Hall.
We didn't receive any letter.
Well, then, how did you know that I was arriving today?
Siculus foretold of a third visitor. A young woman, tall, slender, with blonde hair.
Well, the man's amazing.
All we have is a room on the upper floor.
Wait a minute. Would you like my room, Miss...
Julie Chandler. Yes, I would, Mr. Spencer.
Oh, then it's done. Basil, you may show the lady to my room and place my bags on the upper floor.
You're sure, sir, that this is not an inconvenience?
Ordinarily, yes, but for an unexpected third visitor, tall, slender, with long blonde hair... Who am I to tempt the wrath of fate?
Thank you again, Mr. Spencer.
Oh, Brad, please.
Brad. I'll just hang on to this small bag, Basil. You may carry these others to Mr. Spencer's...
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bump into you like this. My name's Dennis.
Mine is Julie.
You dropped your purse, Julie. Here it is.
Thank you, Brad.
Oh. You see, you two are already acquainted. I was just coming out of my room.
And I was going into mine. It looks like you and I are going to be neighbors, Dennis. Mr. Spencer was nice enough to trade rooms with me.
Oh, terrific.
See you later, gentle.
Yeah. Wow. Beautiful blonde in the room next to mine. Thanks, Brad. Things are looking up.
Try looking in this direction, toward the fire. We have another visitor who's not so pretty.
Oh, the old man?
Yeah, just arrived with Miss Chandler.
You're right, he isn't pretty. Wow, what a weird face. Must be over 100 years old.
Make yourself at home, gentlemen. And you, Siculus, of course, are always welcome here.
Thank you, my lady.
I am merely the housekeeper here.
With the soul of a lady, nonetheless.
Basil will bring some brandy. If you'll excuse me, I have my work to attend to.
Oh, certainly.
If the fire burns low, please tend to it, Peter. It's the only source of heat here.
I will, Margaret.
Rather attractive for a housekeeper.
She's been looking after this place since Sir Lawrence left. Introduce your friend to our visitor from the village, Brad.
Oh, yes, Mr. Lothbridge. This is Dennis Wentworth III.
Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Lothbridge.
What do you know of the Druids?
Nothing. Peter here was telling me all about this place. It was tragic about the poor girl, her lover.
You mean Lady Elaine?
Lady Elaine?
The recent murder of Lady Elaine and the disappearance of her husband, Sir Lawrence.
No, we're referring to the tragic murder of Archdruid Albion and the beautiful witch, Helen.
That happened hundreds of years ago. We speak of that no longer. Lady Elaine was murdered a few months ago.
There were 3 murders in this castle?
In this room.
I'm leaving.
Oh, come off, Ed. Stop being so nervous.
I can't help it. Murders, thunderstorms, old castles. They make me jumpy.
A young woman was murdered here, right where your young friend, Mr. Wentworth, is standing.
Thanks a lot.
The police have investigated, but until they find Sir Lawrence...
I don't follow.
Elaine's husband, Sir Lawrence, thought his lady was cheating on him. He confronted her. An argument followed. He became enraged and shot her, point blank, through the heart. Death was instantaneous.
And the murderer, Sir Lawrence, is missing?
Yes, he's still at large. He could be hiding somewhere around nearby in the caves or in the village.
Brad, you sure you don't want us to leave?
Just when things are starting to get interesting.
A poor girl has been foully murdered. Why do you find this interesting?
Oh, I'm in sympathy with the girl. But the thought that the murderer is at large, possibly stalking this castle, his castle.
This is Archdruid Albion's castle.
Yes, as you say, sir.
Sir Lawrence bought it for amusement. He is not from this land. He is a stranger to Stonehenge. The foreigner's presence here has defiled the sacred memory of Albion.
I gather Sir Lawrence is not liked by the local townspeople.
I only blame Sir Lawrence. I have never held malice toward the poor child he tempted, wed, and then foully murdered. She was innocent. She had no other lover.
You seem sure of that.
When Sir Lawrence was not here, she would often send for me. I would stop by to speak with her. That tragic morning, she sent word. She wrote, "Come tonight. I have something to tell you about Sir Lawrence. It is most urgent."
And you arrived too late?
Yes.
Then it was you who found the body.
Why do you ask all these questions? I have already told everything I know to the police.
I'm sorry if my questions disturb you, sir.
It is you who disturbs me. We will speak of this matter no longer.
As you wish. Your reaction is understandable. But you do not seem to be a talkative man by nature. Why have you told us this much?
The evil murder has troubled my mind. As I told you, I know the girl's family. Her father was one of us.
One of us?
One of the townspeople. I also know her mother. The child was most beautiful. Her angelic countenance was known to all who live on these hallowed grounds.
Of course, you are referring to the hallowed grounds of the Druids. You speak of it often, as though you are privy to personal knowledge of the Celtic cult, their rites, their rituals. I understand they practiced human sacrifices.
Let's not get into that, Brad, or this murder. It's really none of our business. We just came here for a little sightseeing, right?
Right. Oh, tell me, Mr. Lothbridge, you say this murder took place a few months ago and that you arrived the night when the...
I must take my leave now. I would not be here at all if I had not come to bring the unexpected visitor, Miss Chandler.
Whom you somehow expected. Who is she, Mr. Lothbridge, this Julie Chandler? Has she been to Stonehenge before?
Brad, please.
Mr. Lothbridge is tired, Brad. He'd like to be on his way back to the village. And so would I. Would you give me a lift down the mountain, Siculus?
Oh, yes, come. But we will speak of no murder.
So, good night, Mr. Lothbridge. Forgive me if my questions were in bad taste. My interest in crime is a hobby, as is my interest in the occult.
I would not make light of the occult, Mr. Spencer. The power of the Druids dates back to the Stone Age. It reaches out beyond this castle, beyond Stonehenge, beyond the grave.
Well, Brad, looks like you made another friend.
We're going to need all the friends we can get.
What are you talking about?
Dennis, we are not leaving. Not until we check out this murder of Lady Elaine and the disappearance of her husband, the mysterious Sir Lawrence Cumberland.
Well, what have we here? 3 skeletons that haunt the infamous Albion Castle. 2 from one century and 1 from this. Perhaps the inquisitive Brad Spencer will enlighten us as to the reason for this recent crime of violence. I, for one, hope he hurries before the trio of corpses turns into a quartet, or a quintet, or a... Well, one thing we know for sure. In a moment, we will be back with Act 2. It is a few moments later. Dennis is still staring at his friend Brad in disbelief. Despite the ominous threat of death, Brad has announced his intention of staying on at the Albion Castle to probe the recent murder of Lady Elaine. The impulsive decision has frightened Dennis.
You can stay on and check out these weird people if you like, Brad, but not me. I'm too rich to die.
Well put. Shall we see if Dennis has nerve enough to walk out the door into the night, knowing that the murderer, Sir Lawrence, may be lurking somewhere out there?
You're being childish about this, Dennis.
Okay, I'm being childish.
I tell you, we're perfectly safe here.
Yeah, so far.
What does that mean?
Well, I mean, I have a funny feeling we've been lucky up till now, but if you keep asking questions,
If these weird people, as you call them, interest me, if you don't ask questions, how do you expect to find anything out?
Well, that's what I'm afraid of, finding something out. Once we know something, we're really in trouble. What was that?
Oh, relax. That's just Basil without brandy.
Where?
Oh, excuse me. Sorry, Basil, old man.
I moved softly around the old place. I do not wish to disturb people.
Oh, that's thoughtful of you, Basil. Oh, I see you've already poured our drinks.
Yes, sir. Mistress Margaret is most particular about how I serve the guests. Yours, sir?
Oh.
And one for you. I do hope you'll find this to your liking.
Thank you. Oh, tell me, Basil, what happened to the dog?
The dog, sir? What dog?
Well, I noticed an empty enclosure near the driveway when we arrived yesterday. A dog run. The name Bruno engraved on a metal plate on the wire fence.
Oh, the dog. I'd forgotten for a moment. Poor Bruno. It was Sir Lawrence's dog.
Oh, what happened to poor Bruno?
He died.
A lot of poor things seem to die around here. How did Bruno die?
We had to destroy him. After Sir Lawrence ran off, the animal howled all day long, refused food and drink. He acted strangely.
What do you mean, acted strangely?
It would no longer enter the castle. Used to sleep there, by the fire. But after Sir Lawrence ran away, it would no longer sleep there.
Oh, where did he sleep?
Out there, in the courtyard, on Albion's grave. Strange behavior. Howling. Yeah. Became a nuisance. Mr. Lothbridge prepared a potion, a gentle poison. I fed it to Bruno.
I thought you said it refused food and drink.
Well, by then, it was too weak to resist. The poison was lethal. It just went off to sleep. Never woke up. If you gentlemen need anything else, please ring.
Oh, yes, thank you.
I warned you, Brad. You ask funny questions, they serve you funny brandy.
Your imagination is running away with you, Dennis. There's nothing wrong with this brandy. If you're worried, I'll drink mine first. Yeah, this is delicious.
You sure it's okay?
Fine. Go on, take a sip. It won't kill you. Bad joke, Dennis. But drink up. You look like you need a drink.
I do. Okay, here goes. Sure needed that. This place gives me the creeps.
Yeah, so I've noticed, particularly when I was asking old Siculus a few questions.
There's only one person I'd like to ask a few questions of.
Oh?
Yeah, Julie Chandler. Did you get a look at that chassis? I'm dying to ask her 3 questions. Address, phone number, and if she's married or single.
Have another brandy.
Yeah, I think I will. The stuff is great.
Better make it a double.
Why?
Here she comes.
Yeah. She slipped into something more comfortable. For her, not for me. Good evening, Miss Chandler.
Hello.
I must say, you look rather nice tonight.
Thank you. So do you.
Yeah. Oh, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Dennis. Dennis Wentworth III.
I know. We were introduced when I arrived.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And your friend's name is...
that doesn't matter. He's a bore. A complete bore.
Oh.
May I pour you some brandy?
Yes, thank you.
It's okay. We just tasted it. I mean, it's a fine brandy. Brad, if you'll excuse us, the young lady and I...
Brad, that's it. Brad Spencer.
Is something wrong with her?
No, just restless. May I sit down?
Oh, please.
Oh, thank you.
You were saying, Julie, may I call you Julie?
Certainly, Dennis.
About this being restless.
That's why I decided to travel. See new places. I've read about Stonehenge and heard about this old castle that's been turned into a sort of inn by Sir Lawrence. And I decided to come here while I was traveling abroad for, the novelty of it.
Now, Julie, you know that's not true.
Isn't it, Brad?
No. You've been here before. You knew of the rooms off the Great Hall, and the name Sir Lawrence isn't mentioned in the travel folder that suggests this inn, as you call it. You haven't been traveling abroad, Miss Chandler. You live abroad. In Ireland. Dublin, as a matter of fact.
Well, how would you know that, Brad?
Miss Chandler dropped her purse when we were exchanging rooms. I swiped her wallet. Oh, here you are, Miss Chandler.
And I thought you were honest.
I had hoped you were, too.
It's seldom I meet a man who is interested in more than he sees.
Thank you.
Tell me, Brad, what do you do for a living?
Live.
Don't you work?
At living, yes.
How do you feel about me at this very minute?
fascinated.
That's encouraging. I'm glad I took the extra time to put my face on just right.
Well, it's not the face I find fascinating. Not that it isn't a very pretty face. It's what's behind that beautiful mask. What's going on inside that lovely head of yours.
Ah, still the analytical male. Haven't you ever made a decision that was impulsive?
Yes, once. I discovered it was a foolish one.
Would you like to kiss me?
Impulsively or analytically?
Any way you choose.
Wait a minute. You two just met. You're not gonna... Yes, you are.
I found that exciting.
I find this depressing.
Did it do anything for you, Brad?
I don't know. Let's try it again.
All right.
Oh, now that's what I call a kiss.
That was a shot, you fool!
The window is shattered.
Yeah, it came from outside the castle.
Okay, get down, both of you. Whoever that is, he's lurking outside.
Sir Lawrence.
Perhaps, but how did you know about Sir Lawrence?
Well, they told us when...
They didn't tell her.
The front door. It's opening.
Peter!
Siculus is with me. Is everyone all right?
Well, I thought you left.
We did. But Siculus had a strange premonition. Said he felt the presence of Sir Lawrence in the wooded area beyond the castle grounds, so we returned.
I could feel the evil nature of the man. Remain silent. The link between the living and the dead is still here, just outside this room.
Mr. Spencer, Peter, what is happening? That noise I heard.
That was a gunshot fired at a distance of, I would say 100 yards or so from ground level.
Ground level? Wow, but you would know that.
Simple. The glass was shattered here at this point of entry, just a few feet from the floor. And the bullet spent itself here above the fireplace, just over the head of the druid god. Just took off one of his ears.
Ah, sacrilege! May the heavens might revolve and the evil be bound by chains to eternity.
Oh, man. I mean, look, let's call the cops and get that guy.
We have no telephone. This is an isolated area. The castle was renovated, but it has been impossible to string phone wires up the mountain so that we could have contact with the outside world.
Oh, great. That means we're on our own. Sitting ducks for Sir Lawrence.
If that was Sir Lawrence out there.
What does that mean, Mr. Sherlock Holmes?
Well, simply this. We aren't sure just who fired that shot as yet. Are we, Basil?
I beg your pardon, sir?
Where were you and Mistress Margaret when the shot was fired?
I resent that implication, Mr. Spencer.
I'm not implying anything, just sifting through the facts.
In that case, I suppose I'm a suspect, too.
No, I didn't say that, Peter.
Well, I was out there with Siculus. If we continue along this line of reasoning, both Siculus and I could...
No, perhaps one of you, but... Mr. Lothbridge, did you let Mr. Brooke out of the car before you reached the driveway?
Yes. I felt a presence. I could sense something was out there. Mr. Brooke asked to be let out so he could look around.
And you two separated?
Yes.
And then you heard the shot?
Yes.
I see.
Well, then you are right. It could have been them.
No, I never said that, Dennis. Nor did I say it could have been Basil or Mistress Margaret.
Mr. Spencer, we are not amused.
I am. Intrigued. And innocent, of course.
Can you prove it?
Well, I was standing right here next to you when the shot was fired.
What about that gun you carry in your purse? You'll find it's not there anymore, Miss Chandler.
What? You're right. It's missing. How did you know I had a gun in my purse?
If you recall, when we exchanged rooms, you dropped your purse. I picked it up. As I handed it back to you, I noticed it was rather heavy and felt a slight bulge, the outline of a snub-nosed .38 revolver.
You are observant.
And this spent bullet, embedded here in the wood paneling above the fireplace, came from a .38. Quite possibly your gun, Julie Chandler.
I must say I'm impressed, Mr. Spencer.
Well, then, that leaves just two of us who aren't suspects. You You and me, Brad. Unless you suspect me.
No, Dennis, you're safe.
Then you are saying that one of us may somehow be involved in this incident.
I'm sure the man is joking.
I, for one, care not for a man's jokes. And I say to you again, beware, ye who enter Albion's castle. Those of you who would mock this uneasy resting place will perish among these ancient stones. This is holy ground, coveted by the Celtic god.
Agreed. But in case the druid god forgets to covet this place, I suggest we send someone for the police.
He's right.
We should not wait another minute.
All right, then it's settled. While the others remain here in guarded silence, one of us will leave immediately and inform the authorities.
One of us. Yes, Peter. But who?
An interesting dilemma. 6 souls trapped in the remains of a crumbling druid castle, held prisoner by their fears and suspicions of one another. Can Brad Spencer unravel this web of deceit? He and his reluctant traveling companion, Dennis, seem to have stumbled upon an unusual and terrifying vacation spot. They'll have an exciting story to tell when they get back home. If they get back home. I'll be back shortly with Act 3. The mysterious shot fired at Brad Spencer has aroused his instinctive suspicion of those around him. It seems Brad is by nature an inquisitive man, a man who asks questions, perhaps too many questions. However, the shot that narrowly missed him and the spent bullet that embedded itself into the wall does not seem to disturb Brad. Let's find out why.
Did I hear you right, Brad? A shot was just fired at us by a murderer, and you say we're perfectly safe here.
I didn't say perfectly, Dennis. If that shot was fired by Sir Lawrence, we are safe. But it was fired by someone in this room.
I resent that accusation, Mr. Spencer.
I have warned you all, but you would not listen. There is more than murder afoot in this castle. Until the Golden Cauldron is found and returned to the Celtic god of the Druids, none of us are safe here.
Siculus, please. Mr. Spencer has a right to be uneasy. That shot was obviously meant for him. But it was fired by Sir Lawrence, Brad. I can vouch for these people. It had to be Sir Lawrence.
If you're right, there's no need to panic.
I still don't see why.
That shot wasn't fired to kill anyone. It was meant to scare us. And notice how flattened out this spent bullet is?
Yeah?
It was fired from close range, almost as close as the shot that killed Lady Elaine.
Well, maybe Sir Lawrence missed.
Yeah, not likely. The light in here was bright enough for an expert marksman like Sir Lawrence.
How did you know Sir Lawrence was an expert marksman?
Oh, this rifle cabinet and these marksmanship trophies belong to the master of the castle, do they not?
Yes, they are his.
I see. Then you were just trying to be amusing again when you accused us all.
Oh, no, Peter. Just testing the ground.
Yeah, well, let's stop testing while we're standing up on the ground instead of lying in it 6 feet under. But somebody go for the police?
Okay, you're right, Dennis. This is no longer a game. Why don't you get into your roles?
Peter, Spencer does not control our destinies. I will drive you back to the village. The townspeople must be told of Sir Lawrence's return. Are you coming, Peter?
Yes, Siculus. Are you sure you'll all be all right?
We have Sir Lawrence's rifles.
Good. We'll be back with Inspector Heath as soon as we can.
If we have your permission, Mr. Spencer, Basil and I will secure all doors and windows from the inside. Come, Basil.
Yes, mistress.
You are an interesting man. I just love the way you put 2 and 2 together.
Now let's really put 2 and 2 together and see if we can come up with one suspect. The man who fired the shot.
Then you believe it was a man. and not me.
Julie, you were standing here right next to me when the bullet came crashing through that window.
That's right. But you're confusing me. You did say the shot came from my gun.
Or another 38. But let's take one thing at a time. Consider the dog.
The dog?
Bruno, Lawrence's dog. Basil said it howled all day long after Sir Lawrence disappeared. They had to destroy it. Basil poisoned it.
I don't trust that, Basil.
Yes, but why did it howl? It was Sir Lawrence's dog. Why didn't it run off, go searching for its master?
Well, maybe they had it chained up.
No, Dennis. Now, if you remember, Basil said it howled all day, and at night it slept out there in the courtyard on Albion's grave.
Oh, how gruesome.
Or how obvious.
Obvious?
Yeah. You remember that story about Greyfriars, Bobby, Julie? I'm sure you do, Dennis. They made it into a Disney movie.
Oh, yeah, I saw that about this dog whose master died.
Yeah. Now we'll go on, Dennis.
Oh, good Lord.
What's the matter?
Yeah, they buried his master, and the dog refused food or drink, howled all day, and at night slept on its master's grave.
Exactly.
You don't think
That's been our problem up until now. We've been kept so busy we haven't had time to think. Come on, Dennis.
Where are we going?
Out there in the courtyard to dig up Albion's grave.
And what am I supposed to do while you boys are gone?
Wait here. Are you all right, Julie?
I am now. It's almost midnight. You've been gone a long time.
What did you tell Basil and Margaret while we were gone?
I didn't see Basil or Margaret. This place has been as quiet as a tomb.
Oh, don't mention that word.
Then you found something out there at Albion's grave.
Yeah, we grabbed some shovels from the garage and...
Wait, Dennis. Keep your voice down. We still don't know whom we can trust around here. And that includes Julie.
Me?
Well, you know all about this castle. You're familiar with the rooms, the grounds. And you've met Sir Lawrence, too, haven't you?
Yes.
What did he look like? Did he have a rather large mustache, long sideburns, and a prominent scar on his face?
Yes. Have you seen a picture of him?
No, we just saw him.
Him?
He's buried in Albion's grave.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we only had to turn over a few spadefuls of soft earth, and first this hand came through, and then the arm, and then his head.
Yeah, it was a hurried job. I can't understand why they never moved him.
You said they. Do you think there was more than one murderer?
Well, there might have been. But Sir Lawrence was a rather large man. At a dead weight, it would take 2 or even 3.
3?
I'm just guessing.
Yeah, would you mind if we just said 2?
Basil and Margaret.
No motive. They'd have nothing to gain by killing Sir Lawrence or Lady Elaine. At least nothing we know of at the moment. No, whoever did it was desperate. It took a lot of nerve to bury Sir Lawrence in Albion's grave.
They knew no one would dig it up. Not in this town. Except 2 tourists like you and Dennis. Wait. What if Sir Lawrence didn't kill Lady Elaine?
Well, it's ridiculous. Everyone said that...
Everyone in this household. And the old man Siculus. But what if someone, the murderer, used a trumped-up quarrel between Sir Lawrence and the Lady Elaine to murder her and make it look like he ran away?
And this girl's not only beautiful, she's got brains.
Then whoever it was might be watching us at this very minute.
Yeah, we're back to Mistress Margaret.
Perhaps. Think about it. She doesn't seem too unhappy about the death of the lady of the house. With Lady Elaine and Sir Lawrence both out of the way, this house can be run the way she wants it to be run.
Yes, temporarily, perhaps. But eventually she'd have to give it up. A new owner. She'd have no rights. Both she and Basil could be asked to leave. Isn't that so, Julie?
Well, don't confuse me, please. I'm new at this.
Well, keep on thinking or we won't be old at it.
No. There's something else going on here. Something we haven't thought of.
You're right, Brad. May I fill in the empty pieces of the puzzle?
Peter.
How did you get in? Brad just bolted the front door from the inside.
I let him in through the servants' quarters.
Stay where you are, please, all of you. This is her gun I have in my hand.
Then you were the one who took that shot at me.
I'm afraid so. And you were right. I have no intention of hurting you and have none now. if you cooperate.
Well, we'll cooperate.
And you were the one...
There's no need for further deductions, Brad. You and Miss Chandler were getting so close to the answers, I don't mind telling you what happened here.
Yeah, well, please do. It's hard to believe a good friend of mine has turned into a murderer.
We don't have to tell them anything, Peter.
That's all right, Margaret. We'll be on our way in a minute. There'll be no witnesses.
You're not going to kill us, too.
Quiet, Dennis. I would like to hear the answers to these questions that have been bothering me. I hate to die an ignorant man.
It may come as a surprise to you to know that we didn't kill Lady Elaine.
Sir Lawrence did. They had been quarreling when Peter and I rushed in about his infidelities, not hers. He had just shot her. She died instantly.
I struggled with him for the murder weapon, a .38 like this one I'm holding. And he died in the struggle. Margaret helped me bury him. Siculus and Basil were in the village that night. They knew nothing of what went on here.
I believe you.
Well, I'm sure you do, Brad. But you don't, Dennis, nor do you, Miss Chandler. And a jury won't.
But if Brad trusts you...
You're wasting your breath, Miss Chandler. Peter and I have talked this over. We've decided to trust no one except each other.
You and Margaret?
It's been that way for some time. Sir Lawrence is dead, and I can't be here when the police arrive tomorrow. There'll be too many questions to answer.
What have you done with Siculus and Basil?
We left them tied up in the wine cellar. After we leave, you can release them. All right, let's have the keys to your car, Dennis.
The keys? To my brand new Rolls?
Siculus' car broke down as we reached the driveway. It can't be driven any further.
Yeah, but if you take my car, how do we get out of here?
That's the idea.
Give them the keys, Dennis.
Okay, if you say so. Here, but drive carefully. I love that car.
Let's get out of here, Margaret. It'll soon be daylight.
I'll be happy to be rid of this awful place.
Quick, Julie. Bolt that door from the inside. And Dennis, run to the servants' quarters and bolt that door shut again, too.
Right. Good thinking, Brad.
And while you're there, Dennis, release Siculus and Basil from the wine cellar.
This castle is secured, Master. But why all the precautions? And why do you have that I've got 'em where I want 'em look on your face?
Just come to the window and listen.
It sounds like our culprits are having trouble starting Dennis's car. Is the engine missing?
No. But this is.
What is that?
The coil wire to the distributor. I removed it when Dennis and I were in the garage. The car won't start without it.
You knew Peter and Margaret would not be able to get away all along.
But I had to give them a chance to make it their decision.
None shall escape this castle of eternal death. Ye shall pay for your sins.
Sounds like Dennis released Siculus and Basil.
This calls for a drink.
Right, Julie, but keep away from the windows. Peter still has your gun, and he must be getting angry by now.
I don't blame him. Margaret is beautiful, but having to spend a night in the garage until the police come is nowhere near as romantic as spending the night by the fire with you. Until the brandy goes.
I always did like a detective story with a happy ending. And having faith in the jury system, both here in America and abroad, I am sure both Peter and Margaret will soon be free of the haunting memory of Albion Castle. As for the Druids, there is a great deal to be said for the fascination Stonehenge has for the archaeologists and astronomers of today. The message of the Druids is still with us. I'll be back shortly. We hope the story you just heard will not cause any embarrassment for the travel agencies in your city. I do hope you will control your urge to rush first thing in the morning and make reservations for a stay at Albion Castle, overlooking the magnificence of the ancient temple of Stonehenge. Don't misunderstand. Some say the castle is still there, but the price is rather high. To quote our good friend Siculus Lothbridge, "Let all who enter these hallowed halls in mockery pay for this transgression with their lives." Our cast included Paul Hecht, Patricia Elliott, Clarice Blackburn, Robert Dryden, and Russell Horton. The entire production was under the direction of Hyman Brown.
This is E.G. Marshall inviting you to return to our Mystery Theater for another adventure in the macabre. Until next time, pleasant dreams.
Yeah.